specialists, but the in-game
Okay, hello
adjustment in this
guys,
best of
welcome
3,
back.
I can't forget about the Sanji thing.
Thank goodness it's not best one because they did lose the first one. And then game 2
Match 2
was a tough
của
one, but game 3
EWC
they
versus
figured out
Falcon
what they
Underground
needed to do.
đầu đối xin nó.
I gotta say, like,
Match
no
3
points there.
M1
This is
winner
definitely a
got
wildcard,
versus
man. Like, I
M2
did not thought
winner
that
got
Hans
BO6.
as well as
Good
okay,
evening.
Falcons may not sure because one of the best teams coming in from Mana, but this is an amazing development coming in from both teams. After this, the final best of 3. Now that's gonna be a nail biter.
Oh, he was
Oh,
about to
boy,
set
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, bro. Can we see a replay on Brilliant just taunting, dude?
Dude, now I wonder what is between Foot and Falcons Mana. Like, clearly there's a story behind that.
Yeah, feels bad.
You can see the thrill in the agony, though, straight up. The joy in the expressions of Falcons Mana and the agonizing defeat for one of the favorites.
Yeah. Foot was number 1 in Group A.
Thank you for
Group
3
of
likes
death.
guys.
Group
Welcome
B
to
and
the
Group of Life
Bethesda.
both made it to finals, right? Like
That's why they say live.
Then now,
absolute
I
cinema.
think this is the 3rd time
yeah, absolutely.
in my career where the Group of Death ain't that big of a deal.
And Wildcard continues to surprise.
Yeah.
Last international was M7, where we thought it was just going to be Virtus Pro and Guangzhou Gaming.
Yes.
Team Zone pulled an upset.
Welcome
And
to the
then
Funny
we saw
Boy. Hi,
Skate
Nick.
with
Good
Kazue,
evening.
and now
Welcome
he's on the
back.
receiving end of an upset. It's crazy to see, but that's why Wildcard always gets better and better.
I still think EXP is the name of the game. Whoever dominates that lane, it just takes over everything. Right? This next one is gonna be pretty tough. We see Yuzons get banned out, so maybe that's something that Hunt's Esports has to consider. Like, it's gonna be a hard game to call, no?
Guys, don't
Yeah,
forget to
definitely,
like the
man.
stream. Give me only one
We're
like,
not,
guys.
we're not calling that
Only
game.
one
We
like.
can enjoy watching it
And
from the
I got
Nice
side.
to Gideon.
Nice to
Gideon.
get in.
Welcome, bro. Hello. And you great out
Aren't you
from
guys,
Monday.
aren't you guys happy that you guys get
Lahat
best
ko
that
tabo
never
mag-spot
ask for
ko
your
na
predictions?
Kigatong tin pazare.
Never once have I asked anyone. 'Cause I
Naiye
know how it
kigatong
goes.
tin
We try to
kizay
make-
ho.
Thank you very much, Mirko, as well as Magia. You guys casted the first 2 games. And after this, we'll be calling on Naisu as well as Gideon to call the grand finals. It will be a best of 3. By the
And
way,
yun ang
let me
give
remind
5 to
everyone
poster do
again.
wali ko.
Once we know who makes it to the main
Ano yari
stage,
da?
we
Dahap
will
siya.
be having a group draw for both MWI as well as MSC to see how the
Nasilis
groups will
namin
be
talagang
playing
sa
out
AK,
on
no?
both main stages.
Wow,
So
photo
again,
para
just,
mo
just to let you guys know. And judging
hold
from the games, I feel like it will be 3 games. It's just that game number 2.
Ni kakatong tinoy pakang tumayo kre.
And we hope there are no
Elia,
stops.
number 2, welcome back. Thank you for coming,
Like early
Elia.
tertiaries.
Yeah, no more 13,000 gold lead, 10,000 gold lead. Hopefully, just gonna be a close matchup all the way to the end. Knowing how good both teams are at adapting, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited.
Yeah, and now, I believe I see Eterna. I think that's Troll. So let's throw it over to Eterna for an interview with Falcons Mana.
We're here with the victors of the previous match, the ever-resilient Falcons Mana, and right now here, we are once again up on stage
Like
with
those on
Troll.
stage.
So welcome, Troll, once
Guys.
again, and congratulations, you are now en route to the finals here in the wildcard stages. First and foremost, we gotta ask you, how does it feel to be here in this position right now?
Feels pretty amazing.
Tara ke horen okay. Ado, sorry ko na fazana na game da tulog pa ka.
One step
Again,
away
before,
to the
yung
main
secret
stage,
sa mga
MSC, where that's gonna await you. But of course, we gotta ask first about this series. What happened in game number 1 against Foot?
I'm sorry.
Maybe in game one we're just warming up.
Warming up,
I
warming
don't
up.
think
You know,
Mugaba
in our
is
previous
good.
interview, we did have a little bit of a talk, right? We talked about maybe sometimes you guys have communication issues and so on and so forth. Was that also a problem maybe in the series?
In this series, I think the first game we played pretty badly in mid lane. We lost the mid, that's why they kept invading, and we lost the game. But we improved that in the second, third game, and we won.
And we gotta ask, how did that happen? Like, how did that reset happen? Because of course, after game 1, you guys probably evaluated. Was there any player that maybe was a little bit upset? And if there was, how did you guys reset?
We just talked about what our mistakes were in the first game, and we made.
Hindi lang kay drama
We
yung
fixed
voice
it and
niya.
we did the game.
it was amazing because coming to 2, we thought it was over.
And
It
10
looked
likes,
really
guys.
one-sided at some point for Foot,
Got 20
but
likes.
you were able to come back. Like, that takes something. Who was the main motivator in that particular situation?
I think everyone did their part, and we all do our part, and we won.
Okay, everyone does their part. There's no one in particular. What do you do? What do you do in a position where you guys are losing? What do you usually do?
We just make plans on how to come back because we have 2 marksmen on late game, so we're sure to come back.
Okay, very cold, very calculated, very precise. We don't feel any hints of emotion in the game, so that's something from Falcons Mena. And of course, next up, to get to the main stage, you are gonna have to go through Huns first. Now, have you reviewed their games?
Yeah, we've reviewed their games, and we're ready on the draft and the game.
Ready for the drafts, ready for the game. What do you think is gonna be your biggest challenge up against them?
I don't know, we'll see in the game.
Okay. He doesn't want to give out too much, but perhaps you have a message because remember, this is the last and final slot for the MSC main stage.
We'll get our revenge.
He'll get our revenge. All right, thank you so much, Troll, and good luck. We don't want to keep you for
coming.
too long because you do have to get ready for your next match. So we are gonna throw it over back to LaFell. Come get it.
Is she asking for a fight?
Yeah, come get it, bro.
Come get it.
Come get it.
I'm here. Troll is a gold man.
Yeah, he's hands in his pocket.
He's a man
Bubble
of few
gum.
words. So maybe that's why the communication issue is there. He's like, go. And there's he's like, go where?
His actions speak louder than his words, alright? And hey, his actions the same on the show. Fantastic. Displays exactly why the show is good against the Outlaws.
Yes, they
Hey.
get their revenge.
Hey, come get it, alright?
Come get it, bro.
And now we will be going for a break, but when we return, it is going to be the grand finals. Huns Esports going up against Falcons Mena. We'll see which
morning,
team
Bung
goes
Tabe.
over
It's our
to the main
Dominican
stage.
Outlaw.
We'll see you guys at the grand finals.
ยกสโลมาทางเดอะฮันส์อีสปอร์ตก็ทีม Falcon มีอะไรในตัวนี้ยังต้องหายเดี๋ยวนี้สิยังท่องเกี่ยวกับงานตั้งคือมีท่องเกี่ยวกับกี่สิงานสมัยนี้มีท่องแบบตัวยาเลยแบบน่าหันกันเนี่ยสายเรียนทำมินิการเนี่ยก็โอ้ยรำเจ๊กี่สุดยังไงดีเอเซนคิมยังจีนุ่งไงบ้างเอเซนคิม reactivated ตัวยังกับโบยังจีscreenshot laura thamoge nange se today nang yeng du se ina sana bodo mani is Michael kahin tolda nang sana ra ina blue team gisong Michael red team the Michael yaure blue team the Michael yaure ina na to no ngai tamne Twenty-seven, 17, 3. Yengo nungai bayam na. Asen Kim. Reactivated. Oh, nungai dong mali ni. Ano bro? Episode kya usure ke? Movie ro kayo no movie ro series la. Oh, episode 3 ko tanga minute complete or kaya ongoing yung basam tale pitamay. Anto di sana bongo kangoy ikabela pues. Masay tumjalo bagi as sa na kita ron tor. Kung sa tumloy tumjalo rin xong để chốt ke. Nào bằng khara phara bo nào bo hin dor kuk tumjalo ra hipjalo bai. 스파이의 시리즈네 파자네 this you election 도 ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯕꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯠꯀꯤꯗ ꯅꯝꯕꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯣꯟ ꯒꯣꯌꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯗꯦ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯁ Hare Krishna
Are at the grand final, where right now there's only 2 teams. The Hunts Esports going up against the Falcons Mena here at EWC 26 to see which team gets that golden key to join the rest of the world at the main stage of MSC. My name is Phil. Alongside me is Getting Q as well as Naisu calling for this grand finals. Gentlemen, let me just say, the first 2 matches of the way went all the way. And it was amazing games coming in from all 4 teams.
I think they were great, but also it showed a really big showcase that, hey, best of 3's not the same as best of 1's anymore. People are figuring each other quick, and honestly, I will give it to the teams that are Wildcard. Their adaptations have been great.
Yeah, I'd like to see the nature of how the drafts have changed. There's already the mind games that come into it now, too, that we're seeing between the coaches, of course, for each team, the teams themselves. The execution, I think, too, has been something that's developed over the time. We've talked about how the meta for Wildcard has shifted a bit, but hey, man, there's only one literal golden key, by the way, to get to the main stage, and it comes down to this best of 3.
And the golden key is going to be very special because that is the ticket for you to join one of the biggest tournaments in Mobile Legends Bang Bang. But here's the thing, you lose and you have to watch your key get crushed. Before we even get there, we got to talk about this matchup here because the entire day, the EXP lane is make it and break it for most of the teams here. Like, Sanji, even on that Alice game, in terms of KDA, is not great, but he is one of the reasons why a lot of the objectives was pretty free for Falcons Mena. And we saw if the EXP lose, suddenly, especially if you're using a damaged jungle, your jungler is not going to have a great time.
I think it's a really tight rope for the EXP lane to play that balancing of still being able to contribute to the team while putting down your opponent, right? We've seen too many times that even if you have a winning matchup, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go your way when you have reinforcements constantly coming up to your lane to disrupt you.
Yeah, I think XP has just found itself in a really, I would say, healthy position, though. I think for a lot of people, a lot of teams, a lot of the players out there are happy with where XP is. You got a lot of good variability. I think also with Alpha 7 and bringing out that kind of fighter composition around Wysis. Now we've seen teams even have, what, 3 fighters on one team composition. So this is what I was expecting from Wildcard. This kind of adaptability or like versatile style of play from our teams. And I don't know if that's going to be the same case when we get to the main stage. I almost want to, I don't want it to be like what you said, LaFell, where it's going to be like copy and paste. You know, they're going to see what these top teams are doing because I like the mix-ups that we've seen so far.
And I agree with you. EXP is in a very healthy spot. If that's not a hot thing, everyone agrees with that. It just shows that in terms of, let's say a team wants to acquire a new EXP.
Yeah.
Their prices can kind of go up now, right? It's like, if you want me on your team, they gotta put down the moolah, right? So this one, between Sanji as well as Bankai, both has shown that they can control the lane and then extend their reach over to everyone else.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is when we were casting in the qualifier MCT East Asia leading up to this, and we saw Bankai, one of his best performances then was the Yu Zhang. Now, if for a lot of people watching the wildcards, what are they going to think about Sanji? Maybe one of his best performances was the Yu Zhang as well, right? So I think those are not only power picks, maybe we see it potentially banned out in the draft or just kind of prioritized
I think so.
Throughout this first game.
I think so too, but more importantly, I think the big difference between both Sanjin as well as Bankai is the fact that I think that Bankai is more in tune with how he wants to extend that lead. I feel like it's a little slow from Falcons Mina. Time and time again, in the best of ones, we've seen, yes, you're winning your lane. You've conquered the entire top quadrant of the map, but you're not winning by like 10k, 8k gold. It's always a 2.5, at most 3.6, and even then, you don't want to get to the late game, which somehow Falcons always seem to push into.
Something I feel like for the Hans to really consider is that Troll performed the best game 3 with that Cho, right?
Yeah.
Ganking early in the goal, gets a kill. Gank in the jungle, gets another kill. And then just snowball off of that. So, again, like, this is the meta where the front lines is very, very valuable. One of the reasons why we see tank jungles returning back.
Yeah, I think it's just it's the nature of things right now. You know, having those roams be such big parts of your game plan. And that's why you see the Atlas banned out, for example, right now too. Even the Matilda and the Marcel, obviously big power picks in the roam. First pick's going to be the Freya here for Mena. I was really surprised, honestly, in that game 3 for the Huns versus Alpha 7, just how strong they started that game. I mean, it was so one-sided up to that point, and you know, they really have figured something out that works the best for them, and I think we'll already see that in their answer with the first 2 picks over here on the red side.
Yeah, Yuzong Arlet is kind of unfair for Arlet.
Not an easy matchup to win. Definitely needs a little bit of help, and I think the only time that can happen is at level 1, right? You help the Arlet at level 1, get him to level 4 quick, and then maybe it gets better. But for now, Paquito is going to be the first lock-in for the side of the Huns. Not a bad option here since Phoveus is gone, and Akai, a quick follow-up.
Okay, Bunkai getting the Paquito, still meta. Talk about, too, his Guinevere performances, right? I kind of expect to see that at some point in the series, too, but Akai will go ahead and help him build out. Now with the Freya, which we don't know 100%, right? Which lane it's going to go in. Most of the time, it has been XP, I think, statistically throughout the wild card.
In the past 2 months, I believe.
Past 2 months.
Yeah.
But I think nonetheless, you still could potentially see a... I don't know, do they go with a YSS plan here?
I feel like if they go YSS, highly likely is going to go to gold unless the Ruby's still up.
Yeah.
Then it's up. Then, you know, it's up in the air.
But that's the thing, right? If they do decide to go for the double fighter comp, they have to show it now. They can't kind of like supplement it later. And they go for the high loss on top of the Yeeb. So they got RWM. They have ways to slow their opponents. And honestly, it's pretty good because this is supplementary. Keep them within ourselves so that Freya can run right through them.
Keeps the draft open. Right? You still don't know. This can be a utility jungle. This can be a damage jungle. Either or works very well with the first 3 cores that they got for themselves.
Yeah, there's the Gord. Wasn't it? Was it Falcons Mena that brought the Hayabusa?
Yes,
Boyet, right?
yes,
Yeah,
Boyet.
Boyet played it yesterday.
He said that was the 3rd choice after
That was their 3rd choice.
after Yi Sun Shin as well as Suyo was banned.
Yeah. So we might see something else come up again. Maybe they lean on that 3rd pick. Maybe not. Harith is going to be banned out here. Both teams are looking to see what they pick up in the goal lane. One thing too is so far there's been a whole lot of what Moskov carry.
Yep.
You know, obviously Claude and the Harith, but when those are kind of banned out, I think that's where you start to see some teams. Are they willing to actually dig into that hero pool in the gold lane? I feel like we're in this place where it's like you don't have to.
Yeah.
Just because the gold lane is so passive for right now until eventually, even if you get to the late game, we've had some long games. What was our longest recorded game before was 25 minutes-ish?
The game just now was 25 minutes,
25 minutes. Did it break that one, though?
Honestly, I can't remember. Anything above
Pretty
20
close.
minutes
It's pretty long.
I don't want to think about it.
It's a good way of putting it because now we start to see finally the Claude gets banned out, Harith as well. On the opposite side, we do see the Fredrin as well as the Harley. So jungle and marksmans for either side.
So now in terms of the gold lane, there's still the carry as well as the Obsidia. Even we see some wild Brunos, wild Grangers, maybe the Huns doesn't have to pick it up just yet. Maybe just pick up a roamer here. The only question is, what roamer do they want? Joe is okay.
I think the glue isn't too bad.
I was going to say, is this Gatakacha time?
It could.
Revitalize with a Revitalize, you know?
Ooh,
we talked about him quite extensively yesterday.
Yeah.
Up until the grand finals, we haven't seen it just yet.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. They decide to go very, very traditional.
Dude, this is...
So it is a gold lane Freya.
Dude, Falcons Mana, they got a good draft for game 1, but that's what I said in game 1 just now, and then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether I should or should not trust.
And this is why I was saying earlier on in the draft, the Freya it's in a weird place because yes, statistically you go XP, but now it's still flexible. YSS in the late, pick 4, and then you also get the Yu Zhang. This is a power pick that we talked about for Sanji.
You know what I say?
What do you say?
She's a strong, independent buy laner. She can go gold and EXP. She can do both.
Hey,
and there we go. The final pick here, Glue going to be the answer. So a couple of things here, right? Glue's going to make Yi Shin's life generally difficult, but that's not the only problem they have to worry about now. They have to worry about just getting wombo comboed from both sides. We've got Mystic Gushka from one side. We've got RWM, Glorious Pathway. Like, this is a ridiculous amount of setup.
I mean, like, personally for me, I'm on the Yu Zhong train right now. Give me the Sleeping Dragon. I'm going to give it over to you guys for game number 1 of this grand finals.
Yeah, I think we're all around the world on that Yu Zhong train right now. He has popped up so much already in the wild card. We've seen some impactful plays from all our XP laners, we'll see this clash out happen here for this one. Yuzhong and Paquito. It's going to be a matchup to watch out now. If you're just joining us for some reason after all these amazing days of the wildcard, welcome to the last and final matchup. It's the grand finals of the MSC 2026 wildcard stage here. One of these teams will move forward to the main stage a couple weeks from now. Will it be Falcons Mena or the Huns Esports?
All this for a golden key to join the big boys up on the big stage. Falcons almost immediately want to take advantage over this mid lane. Start poking out OU, make sure that he can't walk up freely here. Even Sano walking up into lane just to figure out where exactly still meta is going to start. And I love these openers coming in from both Falcons and as well as the Huns.
Yeah, identical emblems here for our XP laners. Kenny taking a little bit of damage there, but it's going to be just fine. I think on this too, you have to see exactly what the rotation early on is going to be. Boyet, like we know with the YSS, he's really the one to kind of build up into, to try to get him to hyper carry up at this point with the YSS, and playing around the vision that's provided obviously with the Mountain Shocker and Sanji being on the Yuzhong is I think what makes things pretty deadly to either scout things out or set things up for your favor. But like you mentioned, Gideon, the amount of crowd control and setup potential that the Huns Esports' lineup can do for them is kind of the counterpunch to that.
Speaking of counterpunching, Bankai doing a very good job against Sanji in lane. Right now, Sanji is trying to hit level 4 or at least minimum level 3. And if Bankai messes up, hopefully he can make a petrify play to get first blood. But so far, he knows that still meta is on that top side. And now the dive here onto Yuki. He wants Sano, and Sano pops the vengeance. Unfortunately for Yuki, just has to sit there and take it as Boyet gets first blood.
Yeah, he doesn't even flicker. He's like, nah, not worth it. There's 4 dudes here. I'm just going to take this one. Maybe you guys can get something else across the map. Turtle's about to spawn here. So the Huns Esports will
Go ahead and rotate for this. They get in position.
Echo, welcome
Team
back.
Falcons
I'm
Mena
good.
gonna respond as well. Boy, it's just around the corner, but he might be a little bit too late for this one.
Thank you
Half
for the
level
likes,
Turtle
guys.
so
Let's go
far.
15 likes.
Boyet's about to hit level 5 here. It looks like they're going to give this
Let's go
up as
20
cover
likes.
control. We're just
Oh, it's still
maintaining
meta. I love
positions.
it,
They know
Turtle.
that Sanji can't necessarily participate just yet. And I think this is a smart choice coming in from Falcons, right? Don't put yourself at risk. You already used a major amount of your ults down on
Huns
the bottom
versus
side.
Falcon.
Unless we see a very big mistake from the Huns, that's when we punish.
Yeah, this is one of those lineups too with
Sano.
Falcons Mena that's just built around
Falcon naman
finding the fights that favor you. Now, how does that happen? Real world manipulation from Custom for the most part. Again, vision being a big part of that too. Sano's
I'm
a threat.
always
We've seen it
VGD.
before. You know, this time it's the hands of Sano in the gold lane, but you've seen the Fray do this all wild cards. Sometimes 1v2, 1v3. And yes, he's going to have a bit of a hard time going against a carry for now, and that's why they went with that early gank. Oh, it's fine.
Dangerous stuff here. Bankai could have forced a little bit more out of Boyet, but again, doesn't want to risk it knowing that Sanji at any
Yeah,
point
there
in
was
time could look
4-4.
for the trade. However, Bankai's doing a
Keep
very
that
good job
E1
now down by
as
the
if you
bottom side.
want.
See that OU
Hey,
has
get
found
us
the
all.
catch with live
Kenny.
to help him still meta, but they don't have the damage to take
Oh,
out
still
Control just
meta,
yet.
OU,
Just the gush coming in
Kenny.
from Kenny, just not there.
That's such good use of the Glorious Pathway and Revitalize, man. You know you don't have anywhere to go, and you're literally just a walking mystical horse, so you might as well just post up in your Glorious Pathway and heal through that damage. So he's fine. Revitalize will be back up in about a minute and a half or so here. He's going to have his Glorious Pathway too. But this is,
Boy.
again, one of those games where it's like, you can't expect too much yet in the early game. Both these lineups on this side are a little more passive, a little bit slower to build up, I feel like, in comparison to the compositions we've seen run, even in our last matchups here. So you're going to be fighting a lot around objectives, right? Turtles for now until eventually you scale up. Now, Yuki is a
And
big
the
part
only
of that
thing is
for the
I
Huns
always miss
Esports.
your boys.
Obviously,
Thank you so
Bankai
much.
provides a
Echo.
lot of damage.
Welcome
Kenny is
back,
well on
Echo.
board, but it's essentially just kind of waiting for that time to come, that power spike, if you will.
Yeah, I think mostly there's only going to be a few heroes that actually participate in the earlier stages, right? And that one of them happens to be the
Turtle, turtle.
much of an answer here as the
Sano.
Glorious Pathway is out.
First
This
and
guy's
no!
already
Oh,
through.
Bankai!
He's out, Sano.
Still meta. Boyet, OU
He's trying to
hotcakes.
look for trades. Sanji, he's trying to get something here. Petrify onto 2. Still has his gap closer. Can still make it happen. So meta finally dies.
Let's go
And I think
for
that
the
should be it.
nice.
Bankai can't get trolled.
Wow, I'm actually surprised. I mean, they do get the turtle there for the Huns, but I almost expected them to at least fight a little more there, or maybe they just have to call, you know what, somebody's going to go down, that's fine, they don't want to lose more, but
Welcome back,
I felt like they had some more
Gabi. Welcome,
firepower
Gabi.
with Bunkai and Yuki a part of that fight. They chose to be a little more disciplined than passive for now. Again, trying to scale up. Let's take a look at the instant replay here. This was great Mystic Gush on the turtle. Across the board, confidence sets up the RWM, but because of Black Dragon form and the rest of the team to follow up, it pushes them
And
back.
why you don't
And the Huns
play
esports
what
kind of
it
just lets
is or what
Still Meta go down. I mean, you know, there's not too much off that they could do.
Warriors pathway being used by Troll here. Not 100% sure what exactly happened, but considering that the majority of Ultra are
Today I
still
don't want to
already
play
down,
Echo.
the Huns, they've been attacked, but still alive. Plenty of battle spells actually, so no real resources being thrown out here.
This is probably getting one of the, you know, one of those games where it's just like it's so neck and neck at this point. I mean, oh, there's a heavy spin.
Okay, can he survive this?
Nice, Sanji.
Concussive blast on top of the full
I don't want
combination
to
from
play
Bunkai.
right now
Now they're
because
gonna
what
convert this
it
over
will
down
do
to
with me.
double buff. As Coffin
Go.
trying to slow down OU. OU already got
Let's
max
just
on
enter
top.
watching
That's on his
EWC
target
together.
here. As the purple
Echo.
buff gets
Heard the
slowly
boom,
into the
I
Glorious
blew
pathway.
it,
Splits
you know,
25 just a little bit of
why
time.
boom, why?
And this could be another kill for Bunkai as Yuki double waves.
They're
That's how
so
you are
tanky,
denying
you know what I
bullying.
mean?
No,
The
no, no,
Huns
no.
esports,
What is
they'll
that?
walk into your jungle, put pressure where they want to, and take you down.
bullying.
And after that, you know,
Bullying
it's,
around
they can
town.
kind of pick and choose where they want to go if they have the
And
heavy
yeah,
spin
we
available.
love
If
your
they can, especially got a Mystic Gush.
gameplay.
The blue, as we talked about,
Thank
is
you
just so
for
annoying to
support,
deal with
Echo.
because if you try to get away, obviously he's going to stick to you, as his name is.
I'm
But
not
this turtle
playing
seems to be the
today,
trade.
but
Team
I'm not
Falcon
playing
should be able
today.
to just
Like
secure
this
this
at
one.
the bottom
Yep,
EWC.
Retry is good. Sano making sure that Bunkai can't get into the middle of the fight, and if he overextends, Boyette is there to catch him. However, this is a
And
full
you look
rotation
at
coming
your
in from the
back,
Huns. OU looking for an angle, still meta
Guys,
as well.
don't forget to
Just
like the
back it
stream.
off. They don't want
Guys,
any fishy
guys.
business against the Falcons.
Let's go 100 likes.
Okay, relatively at this point in the game, you're just going and knocking down some base or some turrets across the map if you can. You've essentially evened things out. There's no massive lead for either team right now. Just a turret in favor of the Huns. They might be able to go ahead and get this one if Bunkai
And
can knock
Bunkai
it down, but
kills
Sanji is
3-3.
here. Oh no, they're going to try to make a play. It looks
Guys,
like
let's
onside.
hit 100 likes.
Sealed
Let's
to
go,
get all
guys.
the way down here, but OU, the living warden himself, making sure that he's got full vision over the situation. Huns make the correct response. Bull out of there. No battle spells lost in the meantime, and they still have full control over the
The
lanes.
score
talking
is
about, man.
like,
Very
yeah, actually,
Style of
bottoms
gameplay
are
for these
even with
competitions,
quick
very kind
killers.
of, do we choose this fight or not? We can back off, disengage.
Good,
choose
it's also
Bunkai.
seen. Wow. The Bunkai going sprint. Oh my goodness. GG Bunkai.
But now we look on the top side of Sano is trying to clear out this wave, not give Silmet an angle.
Oh, they're 30 already, really. Guys, like to remember, guys, don't forget to like the stream.
I'm
Please keep
interested.
the like
I mean,
stream.
that was surprising that Sanji even goes down there. I don't think they had to. Mystic Gush
And
used on
Kenny! God, Kenny! Oh, I have Bulky killing boy of killing sprint girlfriend. Oh, you. I set down Bunkai, mega kill.
Finding the opportunities to turn it for a 2-for-2 trade.
some good setups there in the mid lane. They're going to trade across the map.
Again,
Those tier 1
ooh,
balls. It's
5
knocked down
6,
by
okay.
Sano. Just when you thought, you know, that was the setup that they wanted, it was a really good real-world manipulation Cuffin, man. Let's take a look at the instant replay. They go fight under the tier 1 turret in mid. This Mystic Gush pretty much takes care of Troll. He's gone, but
Nice.
they also get trapped in the real-world manipulation. Oh, meanwhile, in real time, there's another fight in the mid.
Yep, the Mystic Gush is already down. We've already... No, luckily, nobody dies here, okay? They're still pretty healthy, but however, that big Mystic Gush, that was a nuclear option. They're deterrent to keep them
Guys,
off the
who-
board. With that big ultimate
who are you
down, I think the
guys
Falcons,
rooting
they're missing
for?
the Glorious Pathway. They're also missing the RWM, so both nuclear options have been used.
Oh man, interesting. Wings picked up here for Kenny. Kenny's got a little bit more extra movement speed and some shielding now too. He's been very trigger happy
And I
with
will
Mystic
go
Gush.
and
That's kind of what he has to do to
and
keep
sort of
sometimes
looks
the
to end
hesitation there for
okay,
Team Falcons to
bye-bye.
move forward.
Delete
They
it
got
and
control of
maybe
the Lord
keep
pit
the
right
likes,
now.
guys.
Projectiles being thrown out. There's Glorious Pathway though.
Hey, why is it Sanji? Nice boy, oh you, set down. Did I notice Sanji Bunkai? Hard class 2 meta, nice 2 meta. Yoki Sanji, lots lane, 2 meta, nice killing sprint. Go Fiend.
Cuffin comes in for the
It's
kill.
They're able to get down 3. Yes, they lost the Lord, but they'll take another turret. Oh no, still meta. He's gonna get stunned.
Oh,
Okay.
one more Void Blast. Oh, just short.
Okay, so he gets away.
Izong kita
The
ngay
Hansi
stream tayo.
Sports got the Lord. They end up
So can
losing that team fight though. They've got to be able to go ahead and lock down some of the team fighting positioning because what they're having a hard time around the objectives is
only
just getting trapped
100.
into these little choke
100.
points. Yuki too
Gold-
really just kind of
gold
relying on having
defense.
that flicker once it's available. He's got to be the one to kind of shred through these tankier members of Team Falcons, but when they're getting trapped in the real manipulation, it's tough. Sano?
Okay, I think that Sano at this point, there's no point trying to run away. Troll is going to try his absolute best, but he's eventually going to burn down to OU. He's trying to get the reset on the split split, but if they can take
So
him
don't
down,
Sanji,
they
that's
don't
boy.
have to worry
Go
about it.
flip
On the
OU.
opposite end, it's not all the same. Sanji end up
31.3,
dying here. In trade, so it's
32.9.
still 2
There are
for 1
no
in favor
gold
of the
defense in
Huns.
the team.
Oh, Troll. He's going to feel flight wheels. They do hold on for
Yeah.
now. A little bit of damage to that bottom
Okay,
base turret.
2k,
Shield
something
goes out to
gold.
the Hansi Sports. Looking to just open up the map some more up to this point. I'm sitting here thinking, you know, Team
No
Falcons,
official
just like we
tournament
saw in their
for
last
Indian
series, they went on the
Joker.
defense, they turned
Into
things
the
around.
gun.
They're potentially going to be able to go ahead and do it on here too, especially Flying Clouds.
Oh, they're going to make an attempt. Glorious Pathway is already out.
Hey, Sano.
He's already took 50% of the turtle bolt. That's going to anyone relevant with that climb.
Hey, Sanji. Oh my goodness, game big. Big. Bankai. Nice.
That's a 1-for-1.
Bankai
So
carry
worth it for
one
the Falcons.
fight one
Yeah, they
tree.
had to trade it. They
Did
ended
he?
up trading it, taking care of Kenny in the mix. Take a look at the items real quick here too. Let's make some understanding about how these team fights are going. Defensively, I think that's what the
It's well
focus is going to be for the
consistent
carries
thôi,
now
nó
for
ngay
both
với
sides.
consistent thôi, nó cơ bản đâu đi kì.
Is OU trying to go for a genius one here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It might be, yeah. I think so, because he wants to complement the Gord, I'm assuming.
But Gord eventually does true damage. So it's like,
Yeah.
are you trying to speed up that process? Do you want to
I
take
think
his
so.
initial hit to hurt too? I mean, I'm not gonna
Maybe
lie.
for himself too, like in a way, you know?
I think the worst part is if he gets on top of Boyette, I think he can 100-0 Boyette with a split if he maxes out his items into that damage, right?
Yeah.
It's some
Have
dangerous
we
stuff.
seen a glue do this?
I have seen a couple of groups. Usually they don't go for the genius one. There are other items. Oh, and now we see another big purchase here coming in from Kenny.
Yeah.
This is going to be a game changer because now with the Ice Queen's wand, right? You don't have to keep throwing the projectile out.
There it is.
Just throw out the AoE, right? Touch him just a little bit.
Yeah, really good timing
Like the
for
first
one
16
of
lives,
these
no, I
core
guess that
items
way
for the
can now
Huns.
take it.
That's Malefic Roar picked up now
Thì
for
đầu là kì,
Bunkai
thì đầu
as
là
well.
kì.
So now you're going to be dealing with being slowed down, your magic resistance being shredded down too. And so it might convert to just these quick kills when the Mystic Gush is thrown out. Lord's going to be started up by the Hansi Sports, sitting on a 2,000 gold lead. We saw big items picked up now. They're going to have to win the fight.
Oh no, Sano, he's not there. And Hans, they realize
As kita nga wait, nice. Kill 11 team. Please sila, parang ba't kung nai dito? How na game sa ano mag-radio one. As Boyet ang low eh. Game sa ano ba't nga ito eh. Bankai, Boyet killing spree.
Sano keeping them in place. Good plays from the
Kaya
Falcons.
ka, kung
They
ito
were
rin
a little
ito,
bit more,
maging
but the Huns
target.
refuses to give it to them. Take our targets, but you won't take our lives.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. And again, you can see why the Yu Zhong pick is so good. Once
Ay, wow,
Oyu
this is
could
a
have
god.
overextended and
And
died,
ask kung mabin
Senji
ko.
is another
Sila
threat
yung last pa
to
dito.
push everyone essentially off the Lord pit. Still meta tried, utilizing the heavy spin, trying to get the retribution off, did not happen. And so now they're going to lose the tier 2 turret in mid. Lord is up top. It's being worked on by Yuki. So they still have a defense capability here with this kind of lineup. Lord's taken care of. But they do lose some turrets, and that's what Team Falcons meta needed to happen because, again, playing behind, they needed to go ahead and get some equilibrium on the map.
I love the plays coming out from the Huns, though. The small little micro mechanics to pull. Wait, hold on, Kenny. He's in trouble. They're sending the Black Dragon form, forcing a flicker out early on just to get the T2. But no matter what, Falcons were not able to get an inhibitor, so really, it's just an economic advantage.
When Crown picked up for Boyette, might need that for these next team fights, or essentially the next Lord in about a minute and a half here. But right now, Team Falcons, I would say they're really showing their team fighting capabilities, that decision making. They know that sometimes they're going to counter conceal as well. So that has been the nature of the game, right? It's been either initiate, or disengage. It's been back and forth both sides. But essentially, the main thing for Team Falcons is I feel like they're just showing us more of this kind of team fighting presence that's working for them right now. They know that OU, for the majority of the time, is going to be trying to stick to someone, right? He's going to be trying to, even if it's Boyet, if he can. Boyet's been really good at kind of staying away from that happening, and then if they can cut off OU from the team and take him out, then re-engage. And this is why this usage of Troll's Glorious Pathway is so important, because it's either he's using it to engage or disengage for the team, and that's such a simple ultimate, but it's so powerful in this context.
Let's talk about some of the trigger figures here, right? What are the big things that we're looking for to connect? And I think, number one, it has to be the RWM. It's caught multiple people before, but it doesn't have enough damage yet to deserve something. Unlike Kenny on the opposite side, right? Yep. Whoever gets hit by that projectile, everybody's kind of dumping themselves on it. I think...
Oh, Divine Glaive too.
Yeah, it's really big damage. I mean, considering everything, like, Bankai was winning the lane hard, they've reset a couple of times, and now that we're 12 to 10, Sanji is actually caught back up despite the horrendous early game.
Yeah, this is one of those things now too. Now that Divine Glaive is online, the burst damage can be even more devastating for whoever gets caught in it. That's why you see too some magic resist items being built up. The thing is shielding that for Sanji is he's a lot of the times up at the front, flying around doing his thing.
เกมที่คือจะนั่งกับคิวจิโจไฟเอาไปสินาทีนะ
That YSS or the Frey here to get a range. The Lord is up now.
Yang
They're
kan
going
kita
to
mana
get in
tegur dia
position.
orang.
No one will fully commit to it just yet.
Okay, to
They
keep
want to fight for
going.
this space here. The Huns might take
Yeah, 1 point.
a different approach. Conceal was used. Things are spawning out though.
This is good. This is actually really, really good for the Huns. Now, they don't have access to global vision. With that turtle bolt no longer, and Sano, he clears open the tri-brush, and OU is taking space on that top side. The push and pull is looking very good. And Sano wants to correct that wave down on that bottom side. Top side is currently at a 50-50. Both sides have not prepared well enough for this Lord to stick on it for that long.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to actually be able to go ahead and pull this off, but it looks like the Huns Esports wants to blitz it down.
Oh, Troll, he's going to get the first initial stun onto Kenny. Black Dragon form's already out.
Ah, boy, hit it away, Lord! Still made us Sano, Kenny, Sanji.
Takes out Sanji.
Nice.
Into a 3 for absolutely nothing. But
Today, Mitra,
We got the Lord, but with the carry and the rest of the team here, it's going to get shut down very quickly. You see, he wanted to get the wave in the mid, but not there in time. So now has to get back to base. As the Huns Esports looking to go further, they still have that cannon in the wave here. They're going to push it in.
Oh, glorious pathway to slow down.
Wow. Huns the point, you know what? Wow. Still made us.
Still the cannon there. Zuki takes the tower shot.
Look at everything. Wow. Nice defense.
However, it is not enough. 2 inhibitors
Yuki.
in that falling.
Wildcards.
He's going for it. Flickers forward.
Today, kita nai.
Where's he going? The
Boom.
Black Dragon
Go
Form.
again, yes, still made us. Sit down.
And call it a day.
Okay, they got something. The Huns Esports wanted to end the game there, but it was great defense from Team Falcons and then a really good usage of the Winter Crown
Like
too.
to fundamental, like to the build out, don't forget to like the stream.
For the rest of the team to come back up. So the game isn't over just yet, but the Huns Esports really showing that they have that grit to end this game. Think about it again, I mean, we haven't seen a game go this long, up into that 18-plus minute mark, almost 20-minute mark. So close, right? I mean, economically, it's pretty much just evens across the board. Maybe not so much between the XP laners, but again, Sanji's value on the Yuzhong isn't so much just the items, it's just the ability to go ahead and push forward and make the Huns disengage a bit with the Black Dragon form. And sometimes if you catch them being overextended, then you're able to go ahead and make something happen for them. But still, the Huns Esports finds themselves knocking down 2 base turrets of Team Falcons.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's good, right? They gotta be very, very careful with the way that they approach these. They're looking to get some of the bigger targets. And Kenny is really well protected right now, and I think that's a big issue. Huns, they've got some incredible defense, especially when they're making sure that both Yuki and Kenny stay alive in relevant points. And yes, they do sacrifice a little bit of people to make sure they do so, and that's why we're in 19 minutes, but hey, it's better than losing the game outright.
Okay, at this point, You're just fighting for this positioning because in 30 seconds that Lord will be up, and this is a big one for the Huns Esports, especially if they can go ahead and lock it in. Boy, it's been really good, though. This is one of the things about a YSS, you know, that Yisun Chin, you're able to go ahead and get vision, but also just kind of swoop on in, get the retribution out. And so sometimes that might just be the winning condition. You know, go get that Lord, secure it, disengage, and then get ready. But the Huns Esports, I don't know if they're going to let that happen this time. They're set up, ready to go and start this Lord, blitz it down. It's an evolved Lord. Sanji, he's got vision, troll as well. He has immortality, so they're showing face, and that leaves the Huns Esports a little hesitant to go with that Lord take.
Yeah, I think this is resetting, right? Huns, they need to correct that top wave. If they correct that top wave, then they can force Falcons to send a member up there. Sano right now has to manage the mid-wave. Bottom is naturally going to be pushing, so Huns, there's no onus on them, really. No pressure at all. Whoa, yeah! Trace looks forward, gets hit by the projectile.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, Bunkai thinking about it. Sano's in the back line. Oh, away. Turbo's already down, and nobody is able to find a kill. Oh, it's gone! Teddy hits.
Rotating kita weh, bangkai ko pinsa Chris like kita ngai sigani yara sige troll. Why did kita mo bangkai ido go ahead. Yuki troll kere Yuki double kill, sit down. Game over, guys. Game over. Game over.
He bought the winner crown, flickered forward, and picked up immortality. The Huns Esports had a team fight of lifetime in game
First
one for
match
that one. They'll
win
take game one in the best of three.
Nice.
That was a good one, man. Oh my goodness, that team fight, that was brilliant.
I gotta say, that's the best way to start a grand finals. Considering it's the best of three, not a lot of opportunities for both teams to really show their stuff. And I feel like in game number one, both successfully did. I like that you guys brought it out. Like, we had some long games before, but those long games weren't as close as this. Yeah, it literally can go either way. But yeah, Kenny on that board, man. That mystic projectile, the last one around the Lord, hitting two, able to take down Coffin. Bro, like, game-winning plays from many different members from both teams, but that last play, man.
Hey, that last play was so good, too, because you saw Sano. He was, like, in the back twice, and then one time, the first time, he's like, okay, I'm not going to go. And then he went around again, and then he's like, it was too late. So, oh, man, the idea was there, but the Huns Esports had the better team fight that time.
Genuinely a really beautiful game. If we compare this to boxing, right? It's not the Deontay Wilder's one hit, you're out. It's the Gypsy King here. Who's dancing around both sides, so technical on the macro.
I gotta see even OU as well. He's catching people, but not to bring towards his team. He just wants to kill them by themselves. Like, the moment OU gets on top of either Boyet or Cuffin, they're done. The damage from this glue is just too much. And you don't really have a draft that can really shut down his glue, right? Not a lot of true damage to make it so that he dies before he gets on top of you.
And not to mention, they also identify the fact that Boyet doesn't really actually want to stand next to Troll in a lot of these engagements, meaning he doesn't get full value out of that Revitalize and a primary target for OU to take him out of the question.
Yeah, this is a very different
Break it out,
play
break it
style
out.
of
Break it out,
glue that we
man.
saw from OU. You know, you don't see too many interactions like that, but
Break it
it
out,
was great to
break
see.
it out,
I think,
break it out.
you know, they
Stop.
had a game plan. Sometimes he might
Break
not
it
cut out
out.
for the team, but he also was pressure enough because of the way that he was built, because of the way the damage was coming through, and it actually complemented Penny, that it just kept Team Falcon's meta
Boy,
hesitant, a little guessing on these team fights, and sometimes
I
they
like
did
to
come out
go
on
like
top of the team fight. There was
I
also some really good moments there for Team Falcons
like
throughout the
that.
same.
I
That's
don't
why,
know,
again,
right?
this one was really close, you know, up until the end, with just how things unfolded.
This is a game where it's not really pointing out the mistakes, but really just an outplay, right? I mean, like, yes, there were missed positions and etc., but it's really,
Look at this.
on each individual player
good night.
to take advantage of that.
Yep, look at that.
Cái đầu thì nó như tao ạ.
That was
Nó
one
phải
of
anh cho cái đầu
Sano's,
thì tao cái đầu thì
Sano, there's Kenny, he's gonna win a crown here. He goes and gets the immortality, and then he's gonna flicker over and get the projectile. Like, this is just such good usage of the kit and the team across the board to make that win for the team fight.
I also love the insurance policy. Like, there were a couple of moments where all of them thought, wait a minute, there's a chance they could turn this around. let's do the item swap thing, right? It might not be necessary, but as long as we have the insurance, we can guarantee this fight.
A good show of mechanics coming in from both teams, and I don't really see a big flaw in terms of the drives. I mean, like, sure, they don't have a way to deal with the glue, but that's not the biggest deal. You can still play around it. So honestly, shout out to both teams. At this point, with that game, whoever makes it through, they definitely deserve it, man. And both coming in from Group B, the Group of Life.
The group of life.
The Group of
And
Life.
Group A was a group of death.
Yeah. It's good Group A, am I right? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're having fun here. But yeah, that was amazing. Later on, we will be going for a break just to give some breathing room to both teams.
Welcome to
Again,
birthday
that was
play
a
tàu cho bố
long
play
game.
để yêu tao
And
ấy
it was
cái
a
đầu
game
bé
that
đã
their
tôi tụi bay
focus had to be on, like, basically till the
là
end.
cái tôi follow
The
for the
drive is gonna be
play
something that even I wouldn't know how to figure out.
This is actually a big test for T-Falcon's Venom.
Like,
How
I'm
the
gonna
series
go
that they just
from
went
there.
through, and how long that game 3 was for them too, and then now they just went through another one. So if you're talking about a true mental test, I feel like this is definite for T-Falcons.
Well, we are going for a break here, so I don't know what adjustments
Protocol
will be done, but
next
again,
time,
this
kinda more
is
like it.
for the golden key to get to the main stage of MSC. We'll see you guys right after the break.
July 6 ba cao he mà còn hơn cái tàu ấy cái xin để không biết giàu bị cái tàu này cái không biết giàu không biết là mai giàu rồi mình còn không biết giàu ấy không biết giàu không biết giàu Date 7 da Argentina su 7 da ai yang pakhat le exam ko rak ta exam gi matha sa exam ai sa lo shan gari phawa dam mit ka pang thorok pa exam lo le ma di nungai ka dam mit ka sa pang thorok pa exam lo re kai ta le Nang photo ki na ko khosau do bu kai no ha bani ko ngang ta pai kai no mi ama ki kok se kamai na pa lo hai no ha mi ama ki kok se bu kamai pa lo hai no ai khong bi nang na kok kyam phadar na khong bi he den मारी हम पिक पिक टाइप तो नहीं मान खरी से खून भी जाओ आई दिन hold it all there तो नहीं को वांग ना निकालने से
Almost, maybe you don't have to change too much. Maybe the small things like Kenny mentioned. Obviously, even XP, I think, is still the kind of contest that we're seeing. Those are two powerful hero picks.
Thank you for 90 likes, guys. Thank you, Jose. Let's go 20.
Maybe that ends up swapping or anything, but yeah, maybe mid lane might be the biggest factor because even the jungle, man, on a Kai and a YSS, I feel like they did their jobs well. Execution-wise, is really all you can chalk game 1 to.
We got to remind ourselves the story behind both teams here because the Huns right now bringing in the dream of Mongolia, where even the Mongols, as sad as they are, they're passing the baton to them to continue the legacy. And Falcons, man, this is where they want to redeem themselves. How many times have they entered the wildcard and never once survived all the way through? They always came close, but never enough. For both teams, bringing pride, bringing story, redemption. This is going to be a tough one. I do hope Falcons is able to bounce back so that at least both teams can go home without regrets.
They gotta put everything on the table here. This is match point technically for the Huns. I would love to see this go all 3 games, but I know the rest of Mongolia is like, no, this ends here right now.
I would be happy as well. For 9 games on the final day, because right, 3-3,
Yep.
maybe we get another 3.
Maybe.
Best way to end wildcards, I'd say, because so far this has been a very fun wildcards to get through, and whichever team moves forward to the main stage definitely deserves it going through this own gauntlet, man. And yeah, I think the Huns, they've been playing out of their minds. They did in their qualifiers leading up to this. We saw that in game 1. They're really good at adjusting on the fly. So I almost expect the same thing for Team Falcons better, though. They should be able to do that. They have the synergy. They're going to be on the blue side priority.
I'm so happy they're getting Sano off of that Freya. Like, he finds the angles, but I think, again, there wasn't enough, I don't want to say impact, because his impact was definitely felt in that game, and the rest of the Huns had to play around him when he wasn't getting the profit, right? That's what we need to see. Now that we're looking at the processes, the profit needs to be there.
And that's why I'm wondering how much of that first draft was just... Maybe the Freya would have went XP and then they switched at the end and the decider was, okay, just put in the hands of Sana. Because what if it was a traditional marksman against that carry and not the Freya?
Here's the thing. I think the idea of the Freya and Yuzong is to take down Katie, but Kenny, man, that guy's just too good.
He's athletic, man.
How can you catch a gourd?
He's got some moves. He's definitely got some moves, and I think he figured it out pretty quickly, like why they were getting onto it. So it's a fast, early.
Hey, just send me a bag of Kangla garlic mixed. Okay, together. Guys from bro, I'll send you.
Dude, they're opening up the draft here.
Pictures you don't hear
A
it.
lot of
근데
quote-unquote OP picks
난 나 사근나 꼬끄보다 보던 거하.
So now,
난 능기 피가도 나 사근나 꼬끄 싸는 얘는 칼리라고 남기도.
no.
The Tilda is already banned out at the very least, right? I would have imagined
Kangla
Frederick here, but
garlic
the
mix.
Akai is
Okay.
generally the safest bet when the box
There's
and
the
Frederick's
Eve,
around.
there's the Paquito, there's the Quads, there's quite a lot of very good openers here. Okay, Marshall, but Atlas.
I will send it to you, bro.
Yeah, I
Please
also
send me
took
your
Atlas to be
location.
that first blue side pick. But
Just
I
send
think
me
Troll
your
also likes to go ahead
location.
and see
I will send
kind
it.
of what's being picked up
Here
before
you
they
go,
lock in Troll's
Gabber.
pick. And so
How are
they
you,
highlight
Gabber?
to be one of the
Thank you
safer
for 20
options
likes,
for them.
guys.
Now,
Let's go 30 likes.
Paquito was open, like you
30
mentioned.
likes.
They'll grab that once again.
Second mid.
Oh my goodness, they figured it out. Yes.
What did they figure out?
They've got Phobias available. This is a free lane. They've got one free lane in the bare minimum. The question is, what's the second question they're going to propose over to the Huns, right?
Just be careful of the Gord then. Because I gotta say,
Like,
like,
they take Gord here, right?
yeah, because Povius is great, but it's not without his counters, especially in mid, man. A lot of mid heroes just have ways to deal with the Povius. Lear, Gord,
Yeah.
Lilia, Eve,
There's Eve.
Eve Alice.
Oh, they want Alice one. Okay, so instead of saying, you know what, I want you to win the lane, disrupt the combinations, how about you just engage for us? How about we just keep playing to our identity? We're strong at team fighting. Let's double down.
하하,
And I think it's also
깔때너.
important to note just because
보보레이 뒤에 난 깔때 떠이너. 칸 뒤에.
they're going to be making the aggressive play, right? That's always
난
pretty
깔때
much what we see with
떠이너.
Atlas. You're either flickering forward or you're trying to get the Fatal Links combo off. Or at least at Atlas, you have another option to kind of catch them off guard too, follow through after the Fatal Links is used. They're fighting around the real manipulation. Like, there's a lot of tools here for the first 3 picks already
A lot of AoE.
for Team Falcons.
Honestly, a lot of AoE coming in from both teams. So it kind of feels like they want to, quote-unquote, run it back in terms of the fights, because, like, I don't know, they want to do that, so now Valentina picked up. Good Valentina pick. Eve as well as Akai there should have a lot of value.
What does this leave us with?
I feel like for Falcons, they got to ban out the Claude.
Yep.
Because not only does it counter them, but they don't have anyone to catch, really.
Do you also want to get rid of the carry as well, or would you prefer getting rid of the Moskov? Because I think there's 2 different problems that we have here. Alice can technically sit in front of you for a little bit, but you're eventually going to blow
A7기
up, but then it's
띠나
harder
내가
to
살이
catch
어두님이
Moskov
A7기 로테이션 안
I
보여요.
almost feel like...
아이디
I almost feel
플로우는
like,
거
yeah,
하는
here,
게
'cause
하이도야.
for
아니 거기
Alice,
A7기
the
로테이션
worst thing
아니디
you
겜브레이크
can
하나
experience going up against
겜 백업
Moscow,
안
which is
피부사이라.
weak, but against Carry, you just die.
그런데 왜 그런데
So it's kind of good for
한스까지
Falcons
한스나
that the
아마
carry is
등감
out of the
분위기를
picture, so they don't
비용하냐.
have to think about that.
Yeah, take that out of the picture. Baksho is going to be banned here for Team Falcons.
그럼 아무도
Jungle
못
pick
하는데.
is... I'm wondering where Slow Meta is going to go. Is this a... Is it Fredrin?
Fredrin should get
I would
better.
say Fred Gwyn. I don't know because
yeah.
he had an amazing performance on the Guinevere.
Yeah, both are good. Yeah.
Back to back, so he has those couple options. So I'm wondering if that last band will be one of those. Maybe it's the Guinevere. Yeah, maybe the Guinevere.
Wait, I feel like Frederick just because the combo with the Paquito, the Atlas, the Valen, quite a lot of CC there.
Wait, did they miss their ban?
What do you mean?
Oh wait, no. Sorry, it was red side first. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm being the one colorblind. All right, Joel gets banned down here. This, come on.
Big
He said.
Akai LAC Valentina and Last
I was
Potato.
thinking Guinevere for sure because Fredrin's at least more, a lot more manageable when you already have the Akai.
Yeah. And since they banned out the Harith,
Yuki
it's a
sama
free
super
take
deh.
on the Claude for the Hunts.
Okay, Moskov as expected. What's this last one gonna be? I still feel like they're kind of lacking that
Yuki
big
sama
goal for
super
blue in this particular case, but
Maybe even Khalid, they just want more damage.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think Khalid. I'd rather see them on the Khalid than the glue here.
Yeah, and then just overload them with ults already.
Yeah. Because, yeah, then it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for Valentina, too. Like, well, which ultimate do I take? Yeah, there you go. All right, Khalid picked up. So, Fred or Guinevere?
I feel like Fred, but definitely can see a world where honestly both is okay.
Yeah.
It's just that synergistic wise, quite good for Fred.
I was going to say, I think Fred, now that we see those last two picks come in, is better. I don't know, still might have something
Welcome to
up his sleeve
Siam.
on wanting to pick up a
Sit this
Guinevere.
Siam
Maybe
is
there's something
good enough for you,
entirely
huh?
different, but I just think
Hopefully
Fred
not. This is match
I'm a
point.
bro
Yeah.
sit
They
this
could
Siam.
just end this now and go to MSC.
So that pick
Jadi
is
kan orang
super
tu main
important for
game
them.
as kam
They
di
cannot
anin
botch
si
this. They
anai
cannot
ba
botch
tadi dah
this.
han
I don't
sin
know. I
yang
don't think
putih
this is like
sama
a
kan.
real quote-unquote
I did
great
training ba mai
pick
tu je
here, especially when we're talking
I
about
did
jungle.
gameplay
Nothing really
si
solves every
han
single
siang putih
issue.
sana
You're
je.
only
Tengah
gonna be
tu
able to
nahan
solve a
lagi
couple
mai
at a time.
gameplay
Yeah.
tu. Mai
Alright,
tayo sa kana.
All right,
Kaya bang
They,
gusto.
they go for the win here, and I feel like for Falcons throughout their run here in the wild cards, this is kind of the signature that they all gotten throughout this last 4 days. The same for Hans here. So far, Hans is one game up, one game away, securing their slot in MSC. So, gentlemen, take this one. We saw game one go pretty long,
Singapore na hawa
and it
harap
went
pada
to a
sana
mechanic
minum
battle.
ba.
We'll see whether this
Oh,
one will
cute
be the
killer
same.
do okay.
We're going to find out here.
Hi,
Welcome
hi, hi,
to
welcome
the
to
caster.
IWC.
Desk 392 and getting to bring you potentially the last game for the wild cards, unless Team Falcons Meta has brought a draft that will extend the series, make it 3 for 3 for 3. 9 games hopefully today for the wild card.
Hopefully 9 games. Let's check this off the bucket list as we start heading on into the land of Dawn. The real question here, that slight adjustment coming in from Falcons Mina might give them enough of an edge. I'm thinking about the early game. I'm thinking about the way that they actually want to move across the map. And honestly, Troll on this Khalid is a great pick for a lot of the early game scenarios.
As Falcon
Doing what we
gi.
expect
Wow.
with Khalid.
And he'll
Khalid
also
sila hoga.
Yep. This is one of the strengths, right, of Khalid roam pick. And I would say this is definitely comfort for Troll, obviously.
Okay.
You go ahead and you try to delay what you can. He's
Oh,
going to get
you
knocked into the air, though, so
Troll.
he's going to want to go ahead and be
It is still
careful.
made out
Obviously,
nice.
Can heal back up once he has that quick send guard and everything else.
Yuki.
Meantime, looks like Troll already used his regenerate, right? Wanted to go back, but Boyette's actually saying, no, let's actually contest for this, right? Kenny's a little low. He just hits level 2, and Cochran, he's trying to freeze out this wave as long as possible, and Boyette will take the Little Wander. Oh, coming in from Troll to get Kenny. Forces out the battle
Have
spells
an
from either or. OU now also forced on the
Ngoài
turret.
vô quỷ thì những cái live stream
Sound
cho
really low,
subscribe
too.
tôi thông kiểu để
Losing
ghi.
that lane up to
Oh,
Yuki
no,
for
I-
now, but I was
But I already
expecting,
commanded
I was
the
like,
table
Kenny, you're
50,
really low on
50.
HP. Do you want to take the risk of being that close up? Well, he burned the flicker. Troll also used his, so at least no one goes down in that exchange. They got pretty much reset for now. And now, leading into what essentially will be the first big team fighter skirmish that we see is that first turtle. We see both teams just kind of duking it out in the mid. Still, Meta's around the
Extension
corner.
bigla mo ba dito dito?
Switch migration is
Nabang-
wait.
Yeah,
Ito
really
na
good
si
call.
dito na.
Yeah, really good call, especially since Boyette has already made the movement down. He doesn't see the Guinevere, so it's only
Hello.
assumed that he's going to be towards that laning side.
As Boyet gentle
Still
break.
able to bump
Still
this
meta.
racial migration to get on out of there. Good stuff, and also
Ay, ngang
Old
dito,
Guinevere
ngang
out of
ba,
still
ngang
meta.
dito.
Great mechanics.
And he knows that Boyet doesn't have the ultimate or the retribution.
Why
There's no heavy
games
spin
on a
for this
bottom
turtle.
kita
They might actually just go ahead and
his
decide to
big
go,
games
but
on a
there's a lot of Team Falcons around this pit. Again, this dangerous grass, using that extra brush to get a favored position. They're going to go down for the fight.
Let's see how they're going to punish RWM from Coffin.
One first blood, Sanji.
With the help of Sanji to keep him in place. Even Bankai getting caught at the edge of it.
Wow, that was such a good
Boy,
combo,
Boyet
right?
Logan
The
turtle
RWM
nice.
in that extra brush with
First turtle
setting up
from
their
this
claim
Falcon
to the
team.
Throne of Ruin, able to catch down one of the members of the Huns Esports. So really good usage of the toolkits that Team Falcon's composition will give them. Now they're putting pressure on the jungle alongside Boyet.
What a beautiful game this is. Falcons, like, they knew
Hey,
straight
that's
away,
what
we're
it was
doing this
really,
mid-trio
really.
here. If we put Kenny behind, they get that freeze, and now he's a full level behind. That first turtle was so free because both the supports and the mid laner didn't even have their ult. So now, let's see how much they convert that. It's a 1k lead, but I'm not seeing too many steals other than the small camps.
Yeah, this is one of the things, though, right? This is an advantage of having a fleet, like I was mentioning. You can be a lot more aggressive. Your damage throughput, obviously, early on is a lot better than, say, an Atlas. You're just kind of, like, hovering around, slowing people down. Like, the lead's a lot more deadly. So, but now, once you have that level 4 for all you, which you should be pretty close to, or you just got it, now that's where you start things, right? So now Team Falcons might have to be a little bit more crucial on how they approach some of these fights, but they've been just being very patient, I'd say, waiting for those moments. And, sometimes that kind of passiveness might be better to not get caught out by still meta on this Guinevere.
Oh, look at man. I think Boyet, he's got the timers down,
I
right?
want Bao
He is
Zhenbei to
confirming,
know.
double checking, and also making sure that he is watching the mid lane movement to know for sure whether still meta is around the area. Again, really great communication so far for the early stages of the game. It gets a little scary towards the mid game. We have yet to see Falcons make that awkward call of, hey, Boyet goes forward and Troll says, we're all going backwards.
Yeah, this is a lot like our previous game, right? Where it's kind of like a slow cooking type of game. You gotta let it kind of build up, and you might see that more so towards even the last turtle here. The second one's gonna come up towards that gold lane side, though. So both gold laners being there, that might be more deadly. Having Yuki up there with that blazing deal at this time.
看来这不还
We'll
是
see how
我
they
那
manage
里
it.
有门
Ollie's
他
gonna
这
go
个
ahead
看到
and
这里
watch
这
out
里
for
这
the
里
rush
这
here. He's pushed back by Troll. Still Meta will go ahead and pull up these turtle. The rest of the XP laners are going to join this too. Here they go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Sanji still made up. Goofy oil. Sanji still made up. It's like a nice. Bankai.
Bankai, but he flickers out. It's going to be a turtle for Boyet, and now an angle onto Yuki. Does he have heavy spin? I don't think he has heavy spin, but they're still thinking about the dive.
He's got
Yeah,
purified, but I think,
that.
he's not going to be able to get away. Yuki gets taken down. Troll with the kill. He had nowhere to go. No point in burning the purify.
Good plays. Good plays across the board. And Falcons with a confident
Hey,
2.1
you're
KD. The Hunter are down and out for the counters yet. They trade tier 1 down on the bottom side. And Bankai, last game he was doing like phenomenally well. Not only was he beating up Sanji, he was still able to attack Sano in backline. Now, it just feels like he's been so sandbagged, right? Like he joins his fight super late, and even when he wants to peel, he's actually just making Sanji stronger.
他是不是他们的
It's one of
公
those
布发
things
的
too
这
where
个
just
东
the
西
kind of power
所
spike
以
of the
那
Atlas
个
is just
看到
you
你的
feel
公
a
背
lot
感
more,
觉。
right? Sitting on those two kills. Oh, hold on, mid.
아, 편하지가. 중이랑 말말 부사는
You, man!
편하기도 보고 이래.
It's so unlucky. It's really, really tough to kind of find an angle. Falcons are making sure they are punishing him hard.
Yeah, I don't think he's really been able to use the fatal links, man. Like, he's just, always dealing with a heavy spin. He's locked down half the time, and that's really good usage of the Boyet combination with the real-world manipulation.
에 디펜더
So
웨이.
Meta trying to keep them off of his turrets. Whoa!
still made up.
So Meta may have overextended there. He thought he had enough damage against Sano, and honestly he does, but if he doesn't land the Violent Requiem or the Spatial Migration, I don't see it happening. Now that's going to be a tier 1 down bot side for free for the Falcons.
And we're talking about still Meta's performances in the last, series where they, for today, and this one, it's just not happening. Team Falcons, I guess they saw plenty of the footage for that one, and they know exactly how to go ahead and punish them. So still Meta falling further behind right now, sitting on 0-3. They're going to have to see if they can actually try and make a play. This third turtle's coming up. They're down 3,000 gold. You
Mà
might
sao
want
thì
to
nó
just
sao
go ahead
thả
and
bỏ?
let this one go too and kind of settle in.
Thôi
You've
sao
got
thả?
a Claude for Yuki. You know you need that Trinity build to be brought up so you can actually be a threat. And right now, they just don't have that game.
Right, let's see it. Raging Sandstorm right on top, the correct target. Still meta. Any time to move a breeze.
바람만이 우리 바람만이 바람만이 봐. 저 그래 잘 야진 잘 그대로 있는데.
So close. They almost got that one. But Team Falcons, I'd say they're just pretty much happy with the way things are going across the map. They've got pretty much everything under control for now. They went 3-3 on the Turtles, up 4,000 gold. They're knocking down the Tier 1 Turks. That one in the mid still stands for the Huns Esports, but we have to start to dissect what can the Huns Esports do to get back into the game, or at least to put themselves in a better position for this first Lord. Or is this the case where it's one of those things? Oh, hold on, Raging Sandstorm.
Already explained. Oh, Fatal Links off the 3 targets to the ground.
아 마음대로 버리는지 뭐 이거 다 그다 보면 다.
Coming in from Bankai, not good enough. They can't cut through. These tanks, they're just too big, too
cái
thick
hay
to
cái
deal with.
mấy bên mà có phim ban cái kêu đâu mà được ít one hay đi as
Already
cái
deep
này
in enemy territory, he's got to run, and the Huns can't do much
Ay,
about it. Two for nothing
goal.
in favor of the Falcons.
Nó
Yeah, I
phải
just feel
tàu
like
cái
the
cơ.
competition can't do too much about anything. You know, that's kind of what it feels like, not just Bunkai, but even Kenny. Kenny on the Valentina really hasn't been able to do too much. They do hold on to the mid
hay
turret.
cái mà sao thì mix
This is
đi.
not a fight that they want to go for. They're just not there. I mean, even in the last fight, you saw Yuki use the blazing duet. It just tickled everyone. It didn't even do any damage just yet.
I think we need to pull up the item list. I think we need to see how far technically is the Huns behind. And now we only see that it's only 2 items compared to an almost complete Trinity build, but even Sano doesn't really quote-unquote participate in these fights.
Yeah, you can see it. There's a disparity here, even in the jungle, of course.
don't go in it
That's
high.
making it really difficult for
Careful,
still
Guina.
meta. The mid lane, we were wondering, you know, with Valentina, I mean, this has been a discussion throughout Wildcards. Raging Sandstorm.
Well, to Yuki, forcing him to take the BMI backwards. Troll can keep on going as RWM is here. The heavy spin is great. Troll can take the damage. Straight links into 2 as the blazing web finally comes out. Troll will give everything. Flicks away. Sano able to get the BMI. Oh my goodness. The counter RWM from Kenny as Bankai covers him from Boyette. Now Troll, he's done everything. He tried his best and still a 3-for-1 trade in favor of the Huns.
What just happened to Team Falcons? That one was not in their favor. It was a bit messy. Still meta still goes down though. They locked him down, but the Huns Esports followed through by coming back for it. So now still meta's up. Boyette still have 5 seconds. They want to blitz this Lord and secure it. This is what they need to turn it around further.
Do they have a Spear Destruction? Is there any SOD coming up? No, the ult is still not there. No attempts for the steal is going to be made. As still meta, despite dying, still secures the Lord for his team. And this is going to pull the Huns back from out of the dirt.
Man, that's massive for them. This is exactly what they needed. You know, before that, I was just saying, you know, what can they do? It just felt like they weren't exactly online, and these small wins will help. Here's a conceal. They want a sandwich.
They want to get on top of Yuki, and now the heavy spin is already out, but now here comes Oyu, who's able to slow them Johnson at the
as cái này last one still meta. 뭐에 지리 아니 막 시리 어후 막 시리. 산지 그거 하도 이렇게 어후 막 시리 아니 산지가 시리. 산지가 어이 잡더라 rồi. Kenny
Team
nice.
Falcons, I think they're just being a little overconfident in this. They knew that Cuffin and Sano were on the other side of the map. They went for it.
파제.
And the Huns Esports will just punish Team Falcons. At that, I mean, that was essentially clipping the wings right now. The lead has been gone. I mean, look at this.
They
They go in with Sanji. Cuffin was there, but he just
엄마
kind
이거
of
때는 찡기를 더 많이 많이 아니 또 이거 그냥 짜라.
It's crazy stuff, man. It's crazy stuff. Now, this is still part of the replay. As we saw, a lot of it just comes down to can we actually hit Yuki with the right ability, right?
Okay.
And unfortunately, they weren't able to find that. But now let's jump right into the action here, right? They've already managed to defend themselves from blood. A lot of holy shielding gone, but at least Cuffin was able to get an Ice Queen one. So maybe those situations won't happen
산지가
again.
얼마 다 살아
No,
또
maybe he
그래라.
just doesn't want to give the shutdown, or you know, just decided that wouldn't be best if he was there, part of that fight.
Mr.
But
Boy ที่รวย
either way, that one's down to the Huns Esports now. swinging the pendulum in their favor. They've got plenty of time
จะ
to
ก
go
ลัว
ahead and
ที่
wait
เลยจะกลัวเลย
for things to get even more established. So it doesn't really matter that still Meta died multiple times for the rest of the game. His team has essentially gone to where they are a big threat as a whole. Now that we've seen the Fatal Links combination, we've seen Yuki being able to actually pump out the damage. He's done time on the clock to go ahead and get to where he needs to be. If you're Team Falcons, this is where you need to see Comfort and Sino come together and pull through for the team to get to a game 3. Because right now,
The Huns Esports seems to have them figured out.
Yeah, I think right now we just need to see an outstanding performance coming out from Sano, right? Coffee can only do so much, and I think that the ideas from Boyet and Troll are genuinely good. It's just that everybody needs to be on the same page about this. Huns, they're great at team fighting, they're great on that defense, but at the same time, if they stick too close to each other, that RWM will punish them once again.
Okay, let's see. Team Falcons just kind of scouting out their side of the jungle. They've got to be so cautious on not getting overstep, not being overzealous. Boyet's heavy spin has been such a cornerstone with trying to set things up around the RWM of Cuffin. And now that the Lord is up, we'll see what they decide to do. They're going to still put pressure on that bottom side. The Huns working on that wave to keep some pressure. They spotted out, so Team Falcons, they don't actually go with the Lord just yet. They're going to delay it a little bit further, and we could just see a full-on team fight for this one. Team Falcons knows how crucial it is. They don't slip further behind. Earlier on with a 4,000 gold lead nearly has been dissipated, now in favor of 2,000 for the Huns. They wait patiently. OU has a flicker, Fatal Links available for him. It depends who he catches out. You have Sano on the other side. He's gonna have to rely on the SOD.
No, please, Sano. Every time he shows up, it's going to be a movement from the Huns and even from Falcon M.
He wants to clear that bottom.
He needs to hit the SOD here. There's no choice. He has to clear this wave, and now the Huns are on the attack. OU tries, but now the RWM stops him in his tracks. However, we see Guinevere on the opposite side on top of Boyet. Bankai takes out Sanji as this entire sequence is going to be played one more time just for your entertainment.
Okay, who got the Lord?
Okay, thank goodness.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Let's get right into this, right? Because now with the Lord already in their hands, this means that this game, it's gonna drag out a little bit longer than we would have liked.
Okay, that may be a preview for the future here. Divine Glaive, though, locked in for Cuffin. They got the Lord off of that. Now they're the ones turning things around, ready to knock on the base turrets of the Huns Esports. They're working on the bottom base turret without still Meta and Yuki. This is not a defense that they can take. So bottom base turret goes, mid Lord pushing up to the tier 2. By that time, everyone from the Huns Esports is ready for this defense. A charge from the Lord. Does Team Falcons look to end it here?
They're gonna make the attempt, but first OU, he's gonna look towards Boyet. He's trying to force out the heavy spin. Oh, Yoki gets blown up by the RWM into Stanji's engagement, and this game should be done for. 2-0 as Falcons go straight for the crystal. Oh, you're gonna make the attempt here, but he already used his Fatal Links. He's just there for an extra body as Bankai tries. The spell vap is good, but not good enough. The stolen heavy spin to clear out the rest of these minions. But it's just one man. We go over to a potential game. Hey, hit the base, man. Hit the base. I'm trying to set this up for you. There we go. A game 3 for Falcons. Don't know why they hesitated there at the end.
You know what? You were just spitting out so well, Gideon. They wanted to hear some more, man. And
They're like, keep
is.
glazing us. Keep going. Keep going.
They needed to, because that one almost slipped out of their hands and went to a sweep to the Huns Esports. We wanted 9 games, and now we're going to get 9 games today.
And I really feel like they got to brush up on some of that communication because, yeah, that fight up top, I didn't catch it. I don't know whether the Eve just, like, has no more mana or something. That's why he had to retreat, but that was very questionable because it's understandable what Falcons want to do. They have to lead. They want to extend it before it becomes a problem. Because the longer the game goes, the higher the chance of a comeback is going to come by. But either way, right now the score is 1-1. And I gotta say, it's very scary for Falcons. Like I said, it almost slipped through their hands because Hans is one of those teams you can't make a mistake in front of their faces. They will find a way to capitalize
ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯒꯤꯗꯣ
and
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯗꯤ
make it
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
to a
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
game
1-1ꯗ
ending
draw ꯆꯠꯂꯦ.
Yeah, I really hope in these in this replay and the highlights we get to see what kind of happened and unfold in that one Lord take, right? Because all of a sudden, still Meta and Yuki were gone. Lord was secured by Team Falcons. And might have been just Boyette able to go ahead and get the favorable retribution, obviously, off. But, you know, that's one of the things. It's down to those minor, micro moments for these two teams here to get to the next stage. And one mistake, that could cost you.
You know what? I do want to talk about Cuffin's performance with the use of the RWM, right? Because I was trying to figure out who technically, besides Boyette, could stop OU from actually getting into the team to go for the big fatal links. And the adjustment from the side of the Falcons after the first attack in the tournament, the fatal links, they said, you know what? We're going to use the RWM to deny you from getting in on this win. I see you start separating your body.
And again, Sano with the Moscow, one of his best heroes, hitting those SODs, having a good time in lane, even though, okay, hold on. Kevin has a lot of mana.
Thank you for likes, guys. Let's go 30 likes.
All of a
Let's go
sudden,
to
he just
Wildcard.
did.
Like, come on,
Yeah, like right here. I thought
It's dangerous, sure, but you can still poke.
But he has the RWM too,
1-1다
so
draw ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ.
I think he saw
Duo
Kenny
three
with the
장은-
Raging Sandstorm and was like, there's a good chance, even if I drop this, I'm not going to get any damage down. I'm going to get hit and then
This is
I'm
Wildcard
eventually
The
last
thing
day.
is, he has a flicker. The
Yeah.
moment we see it, he could have just dodged. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That one was very questionable. I really feel like the team's got to be asking like, what happened there?
I think for sure it's bad comms because we saw that Boyette, he was going up the troll, they're the two main shot callers, and they were like talking like, what happened?
Yeah, and that's why I think even at the end there, that hopefully they can go ahead and sort out some of those comm issues, because if it's them or if it's the Honey Esports going up to the main stage, they're gonna have to go ahead and kind of alleviate some of that those problems.
Because that is not something you want to see in the grand finals, which we are going for a break. When we return, we'll finally know who goes over to the main stage. We'll see you guys right after this.
너무 호래 my edge. ngādāng khū kēnō tōgi mute ꯊꯝꯖꯟꯒꯦ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯕꯦꯔꯥ ꯀꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ. ꯉꯔꯥꯡ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃ꯭ꯌꯨꯠ ꯊꯝꯃ ꯊꯥꯕꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯦꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯛꯄꯗ. ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯃ꯭ꯌꯨꯠꯁꯦ ꯊꯝꯃꯒ ꯊꯥꯎ ꯁꯤꯅꯤ. ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯪꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯗ BO3ꯗꯒ ꯉꯝꯅꯔ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯈꯤꯕꯁꯤꯅ. ꯑꯃꯅ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯪ ꯉꯝꯃ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯈꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ. ꯂꯥꯁꯇ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯦꯜꯗ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯄꯥꯈꯠꯀꯩ ꯐꯨꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ. ꯑꯩꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯃꯦꯠꯆꯇꯣ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦꯕ. ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟꯗ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯐꯨꯅꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒ FUTꯒ ꯐꯦꯜꯀꯟꯒ ꯐꯨꯅꯈꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯟꯁꯀ A7ꯒꯒꯤꯁꯨ. A7ꯗꯣ ꯍꯟꯁꯅ ꯐꯨꯕꯤꯔꯝꯃ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦꯅꯦ. ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯃꯦꯠꯆꯇꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤ. ꯑꯃꯁꯤꯗꯤ
Of the MLBB WAP, and it's for that golden key to go to the main stage. Both Hans as well as Falcons Mena are 1-1. Where first game it was Hans, and the second one it was Falcon Mena. And I gotta say, both games it became tighter than we expected. Game number 2, we thought that Falcons could have ended it quite cleanly, but again, Hans Esports find a way to get that comeback. So now, today we went all 3-3-3, 9 games, and according to the first two matches of the day, the third one is the shortest one. That was the one where 13,000 gold, 10,000 gold difference, because you're able to completely understand what your opponent is about. So this is going to be the biggest test of how both teams really read each other out, right? Especially because one of the plays that I really remember was coming in from the Huns, where they understood a gank is going to come into the EXP lane. So the Guinevere just camped that bush, and then from that play just snowball out of control.
Yeah, I think that is going to be pretty similar in this upcoming game. My one adjustment that I'm hoping to see actually is the Huns actually taking the blue side, because so far it's been back to back that we've seen that the Falcons, they've done well on the blue side. They've adjusted. They've had their chance underneath the sun, but I really think the Huns should take advantage of it. All the picks are out in the open.
Wonder what that would be then. Like if it is the Huns Esports getting blue side, like what is their priority? You know, because I think also this is going to be, we're probably going to see Bunkai play something different too, because it took them a while in that game to really come online there. And, you know, Valentina especially takes a little bit to start. Yuki on the Claude we know traditionally takes time to get started. So I think maybe the Huns Esports and what they showed over in MCT East Asia was they do like to play fast if they get the advantage with the draft. So I think being on blue side, getting priority, if that's where they're going, we might see that here. And to align with what you said, Game 3 is the fastest game.
Oddly enough, both Yuki as well as Sano kind of made a name for themselves on the Moskov.
Yeah.
Right? Remember the first time we paid attention to Yuki? Crazy comeback on the Moskov. And Sano, I think it has been roughly a year now where Moskov has consistently been one of his best heroes, despite it not being an S-tier goal laner compared to other heroes.
Yep, I think it's interesting because, again, it does show that, yes, there is a little bit of limitations, but the ceiling is really, really high. I think that just might be enough to kind of tip them over the edge for this final match.
Yeah, the ceiling has been lifted, I feel like, higher and higher throughout the wild card. From the very first day, if you think back on the quality of some of the games that we saw, we took some time for the teams to go ahead and warm up in their game ones. Well, now, today alone shows us that they figured each other out. They know how their drafting patterns are. So maybe this is a time for not so much experimentation, but just to kind of lean in on the comfort, but also just knowing what you guys, as 5 guys on a team, can execute on the Land of Dawn.
All the theory,
Like that.
all the experimentation, everything is for this one. Like, it's to the point where I feel like as long as you have no regrets,
Yeah.
right? Don't be like,
Late on the line.
I wish I got that hero.
Yes, yes.
Because I know there's a lot in history where, especially the first pick, between the player and the coach, they will argue what will be that first pick. I mean, like for us, Malaysia, we still remember MSC 24, where they were considering either the Ling or the Roger. You know, Innocent call out that Roger pick, and then a lot of grand finals, people are like, we just need that one hero, and I promise you we'll win. The question is, what's that hero?
What's that hero? I think right now, what is it for wild card? Would it be the? It's not.
There's no one hero.
There's no one hero that I can think of.
Everyone had their moments, right? We've seen Gord has his moments. Eve has his moments.
Atlas.
Zushin has the savages, right?
She has 2.
I guess only Suyo hasn't really been popping up. Other than that,
I mean, it got close.
you know,
XP lane Suyo?
XP.
that lost too.
that did not go as good as I was hoping it was going to go, to be fair. And I think that, like, there is no one pick, so we have to start thinking about the big combinations and how we actually disrupt the combinations, right? The only reason I think that Huns want to be on the blue side, just get rid of the Alice, right? Let's take away the big sandbags out of the question. And I don't know if Sanji is going to be comfortable to be, like, not on a playmaker and just play Uranus and be boring, but we'll see. If they force it into that scenario, that would be great for Huns.
I like this band, though. Right away, I feel like they really struggled with that darn Akai, you know, from Boyette, and they'll ban it out for respect. So already, Matilda as well. These are the power picks that the Falcons meta have showed us, even in the past. So this might be one of the cases where the Huns Esports wants to go ahead and prioritize what? Do they want the Atlas again for OU? He had a couple good Fatal Links. Or do you actually prioritize something else?
So let's start this off. Tank or damage junglers, right? I feel like that's also, it must be in the back of their minds. But we did see a Yi Sun-shin, once he has one bad trait in the jungle, that's it. That's over.
Yeah.
And that's quite a risk.
It's too big. I think that maybe if you know that the game is going to go very, very
Wait,
late.
by the way, Baxia might be open for the longest time here.
He's been banned out forever.
Wait, why did Huns ban out Marcel? Wouldn't have... Oh, boy.
Zushin. I think they want a Zushin. Zushin or Baxia. And they don't want that counter roamer to be picked up.
Okay. They don't want the counter
Or
roamer.
Atlas. But I feel like it's... Wait. Yeah, it's between those two. The Zushin as well as the Baxia.
I think they have to get rid of the box here, right? Because that way, if they give the Fusion, at least they have access to Atlas.
Welcome na tare kay bên da bao dom no tam o ta ge welcome chit 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 chit
Possibility that this could
ai
be
di
the
ko
golden
no
goal.
no
I think he did not expect that
Mm,
Marcel
doesn't
that
have
might have
to
threw him
do
off just a bit.
So they take out the
chit chit
Fusion.
Right now, Frederick
Last
as well as Boxia
match
is
three.
out in the open. They could just take the Atlas and they just
JNG
be
boys
okay
ka
with either.
dai bên da bai bao dom tong ga ka dai ja khar ge hai bên da bai bao dom ta đi luyện đâu là con gì đã
With Freya already gone, yeah, I don't think they have much
Well,
choice at this
fun.
stage. Unless they
Hi.
truly want to keep it, like, you know, under wraps.
Oh, I don't know. I almost expect them to just go with the box shot. At
Eh.
least you can go ahead and.
bro ching lem ba ai yau bang ngam to man che exam lai ri
I think he's one of the better boxer players.
ai di yau ge ne to zaram ba bani ne
The
ki to
Atlas, the
they talk ki de
although
mu to khre
Falcons can pick up
welcome
the
back ching lem
Valentina.
ba
They still go with the Atlas.
ai
though,
yau ba
yeah.
ya to man
This is
che
super safe, right? Because
Hey,
they're
exam
like,
lady.
whatever, both tanks are still up in the open, and we're not going into the next phase yet, so we'll just
ka dai
wait.
cha lu no ai
Should
dum
be
yin
a
ni dam boys mu that ni
Valentina
ka na ni
and
dam da
Boxia probably, no?
That doesn't sound too
boys
bad.
mu
I
that ai
like
yin
that.
ge na noi la ka na on to ki na GBO3 hầu thực sự nó bị sự chán xong lâu nay bao tay lai là cái sinh đã chúng bro hàng cái đâu nữa
Yeah.
Extra.
Just be fast.
Speed, yeah.
khăng đế khơi đi lai là cái xem có thể sau đó ina khun bạc coi yo sẽ đây để
Or
cô
Boxia Paquito also seems pretty good.
I feel like right now,
lai là cái xem có mình là bạc cà rim ta ca đã đeo sẽ can pa đã
either the end or their mid laner for the end.
lai là cái xem có mình là nó khun tổ biếm đi sau đó ina khun bạc tay đấy cái coi cái này
Yes, we've seen Falcons actually wait for that.
đây nó phải
Wait for that. That was tons waiting for the very end to eventually.
khăng đế khơi đi khăng đế
Oh, Yeet Pack.
They're still giving it over to the Hans. Let them make the decision whether they want the Frederick or the
Hey,
box.
Gander,
This
no.
could also be Falcons man.
lai là bạc coi là
thinking
lai là
that
bạc tổ
maybe
bây giờ
there's
bài
some
là bạc
sort
xem
of
cái này
damage
cái bây giờ
jungler.
bài cái này nó biết
So
tôi
they
bạc
want
coi
to
để
make
sau
sure
đó
they know who they're going up
Nupi
against first.
han
before
ina
committing to
khul
it.
la pe sa pa ya kale ram tu na sa au ko na
They
pa
took care of the
Hans?
Akai, and that was the biggest problem.
Yeah, maybe.
They might want to just go ahead and get
ha ha welcome there mo cha khang very ko wai sa na kai na ti ri ni kana mai ta voice me tham jan ban
There's.
ai di la ri ma sa na khang do
We'll take the box shot.
khat ngai ri
Yeah. Box of Valent.
tha cái này nó
Okay.
ai di lai ri ai di lai ri di ma sa khang do khat ngai hay
Probably
kan
gonna be the most obvious one here. However, no show
Ay,
of
andyan
EXP,
tayo.
no
Dahil
show
gusto
of
naman ko
Golden
like to
as
dancing.
well.
Yeah.
khang de ko de pa sa pai ba sa ko yo se re ko
We want to pick up Carry.
em ta ka de
Or
pa
just take
do
the Moscow.
matik sa ba ngai ni kai ngai ni na bu ka na dre
This is the hero that
na
troll
kholo pa ngai ni
basically just
na ngai mi na bu ka
snowballed
na
the
dre
game out of
matik sa
control
ita na
for-
mai mai
for Falcons in there.
mai mai
This is the hero
leng ma
that
na
Joel,
ba
I feel like,
nga
was
da
first
di na gi do
introduced
gi
to a lot of the world audience,
Aduna.
when he
mai
first picked it up and
zu
people
lak ni
realized
na ba
that
mi ga da loi
this
kau
man
ki ni
is
ka na pa da bu ka
definitely
thi no tu na pa sa
solid
ba
on
ko
the
yin
show.
pe
So
na ta
that's why I was
pa sa
saying
pa
he
ya
did
tu
this
ne
with
ji
his
pa
first
sa pa
down
ba
one
na zu
game. Yeah, he want to go with some comfort across the board and troll.
ai di lai
Give me
ra
that
ra
kind
ma
of
sa
show. But as also
ka
we've seen
khang
with a
do
lot of shows
lai
in
de
the current meta,
lai ra ba
that
ko
if
di ni
you
oi na
are
tha da
just
ba mo
stopping
ni
your
ma ni
tracks, you can't be
lai ra
safe
ba hai ba lai
you can actually be a big backfire to your team too.
mai kai do ai yek da
What you're
ke
saying is like, there's not much that you can
ai
do.
di lai ra
Like,
hai
Falcons
ai
grab right now.
oh lai ra
Unless they have a lead, Joe is not going to have a good time picking off targets.
Target
We
only
saw
na.
in the previous matchup, he just
ai
kicked
di
the
lai ra
Atlas
ba
and he
ma
had
sa
enough
khang do
damage
ngai ra
to
hai
kill
ba
the
ni ni
Atlas.
thai
And
so
for that
di
to
ma
happen, time
oh
needed
ni ni
to be
thai
there.
do bi ma adu ni da na mai ko ya ba ai da ba di thai do bi ma thabak to bi
They
ma
might
ko
be
ni ko
setting
ni
up for Hayabusa. I don't know 100%.
Kailangan
but
ko
This is
ito
based
dapat.
off of what we saw in the previous
Kaya nga,
game
nasay
story.
ka na na hayang bada.
Stages when they got nothing left.
Nangi
Yeah,
lara
pick,
buto
yeah, the third pick,
nara
go into
akanda
Hayabusa. I was
lara
thinking
buto na
whether
kan
a
bidong na
slow
di.
kind of fit into the
Easy
build,
chin.
or maybe even a
Dapat
easy chin, but I think
kan
there's
bigili na.
not enough pressure. They gotta make sure that they at least win out that mid trio.
Ano na?
So take a gold laner first,
Ano na?
perhaps. Which I guess the plot is still open. Carry is
Kapag
also
sa
pretty
pasado
good
na
at
mang
doing
dalay
the
kapag na
boxes
pa
as
yung
well as
ay
Atlas.
nagkap doon sa lo.
Yeah, I think they go. I think
Pag
they
kanya
go
yung
carry
doon.
just for that.
yeah,
Kapag
true,
sa
true.
pasado,
So,
tikat tayo mang samdala.
Go with carry. We're gonna go
Moscow,
Moscow
Moscow.
instead. Comfort.
And a lot of crowd control. Look at the
Thank you,
lineup
Ko.
from Falcons Venom here. Basically,
Yeah,
every single
nagkakaroon
hero
ka.
there has some form of crowd
Nagkakaroon
control.
sila
Now the
eh.
Lapu gets picked up as well as the
Mata
Harry.
na mura balik ko.
Surprised that they didn't
Kaya
actually
later,
It looks like they
Kinukuha,
just want to
kinukuha,
go for
kinukuha.
early game, and I think Yuki was one of the hard players
จากทงบุกเก่ง
in
เอาถึง
the
พัด
wild
ปัด
card
ร้าน
where
กูเกิด
he
ได้สัตว์
placed
กับ
the
ตัว
switch. He fed him heaven. He just placed a swift
พี่
crossbow
สุ
and
เม
the
กิ
rest
จากสุ
just
ทง
going
เซ
through
กิ
damage.
อันนั้นสุด
And
ไอ้
I think
น่า
it's
เลย
pretty good.
จะ
It's
กิ
good adjustments considering that now
อาจจะน่า
Harrowing
ไอ้
takes
จะ
a
ทับ
little
ไม่ต้อง
bit
ใส่
longer
เงี้
to
ย
get
แบบ
infinite
หรือ
dashes
การจะ
with
ไล่แบบกิจนาพไม่จำนะ แต่บอกไม่ต้องใส่แล้วก็การใส่แล้วก็
Honestly,
Now
I
can
am
you
looking
select?
forward to this. I tried Bowman. The clear speed is hella good,
Habadi,
and
nakuli,
now they
nakuli.
switch up for the
ไล่แบบกิจนาพไม่จำแบบ
physical
นี้
down
ก็
on
เห
his
ตุ
second
การ
skill.
ณ์
You can deal with the box. You can deal with the Atlas. The shred from this Bowman
So
is something you gotta look out for.
it's interesting, right? The
เมื่อกี้
shred.
ก็ตั้งไอ้เห็น
You
บ่
got
ปามแล้ว
the
มัน
Keto,
ปาจะสู้กู
you got
ที่
the
ก็ยังเนี่ย
Molotov and the Cho. Like there's a lot of physical down, right? Shred through that armor that is gonna
ไอ้ที่
highlight
นั่ง
her.
เกียน
And
ตา
Bowman, you only need one thing: your team to have a lot of crowd control. And
ที่หลา
then
บซื้อยิงอะไร
he
แต่ยิง
smashes
แต่
with
บั
that.
จิต
This is
เจ็
gonna be the final game. And what a turnaround!
Well,
Final
up
pick,
here, and
Bowman here. So I'm gonna give it over to Nice as well as Gideon. This is
เสียงบันนี้เนี่ยตาปีเสียปอกตาเอาพอบันนี้เนี่ยตาปีเสีย
It comes
Yeah,
down
that's
to
it.
this one game for both these teams here to move forward, get that golden ticket, that golden key.
เขาด้วยเขาด้วย
Get
ดี
to
โอ
the main
ทรี
stage of MSC here.
That-
And
that's
talk
what
about
I do,
Wild, a
Luna.
moment in this
Hans
pickup for
Luna
Team
told you,
Falcons.
Hans
We'll see if
Luna
that's going to
Falcon
carry the
told you,
Falcons
Falcon
forward, or
Luna.
will the Hunt Esports make it through with a lineup we've seen similar before, but the box are now in the hands of Stillman.
It's interesting. I would have imagined that Boyette would have started on the opposite side to play for the strong lane, but right now, early trades forcing Katie out again. Mistakes being thrown early, but still Meta coming to
มีปีจะค
compensate.
งดีแต่ตรงนี้ดิไอ้บ้า first blood nice to me that oh my goodness oops
Flicker just a little bit
Không
sooner
nghe từ
there,
đó thôi, từ
but
đó.
either or, this is still a very good start for the Huns.
Yeah, man, it's like when you see the box in midair, you're flickering already. You know, it's like
우리가 아니고
you want to be a little
근데
early on
보니까
that
내가
one.
다섯
So
때 내가 내가 이거 그냥
unfortunate
부산에
that also the flickers burn and you die. So with the Huns Esports, they're going to get things going. Boy, yeah, this is. I mean, we talked about this. I feel like what on day 2 of the Wildcards, we were like, oh,
Ay,
maybe
cái tầng hai
Bowman
again,
comes
die.
through.
làm
And
cái
now
thai
that you essentially are going to see in the hands of Boyet,
làm
it's going
cái
to
thai
end up
cái
working
đây
really
giờ
well
cái gì
because your early damage is already
Gan
pretty
tao bỗng
good.
tới đây sẽ là
In
cái
the
búa
mid
bí
lane, but
bằng
also
nghèo
having troll, for example, on this Cho,
Gan ta thì
there's
cứ gan ta
potential for
thì
you to get some good pickoffs even before the way the drowning comes through, or once you have
cái
it,
nào nó
even
phải
more
vượt
so.
đau cái đó
Let's
cực
talk
kỳ
about the response from Boyette
Phản
after
nô.
seeing the box here show up into the mid lane.
Anh
Notice
ấy mới
quickly,
là
hey, he
cái
doesn't actually
gì
have
vậy?
his purple buff. Instantly goes for the invade
Cái tí
after.
xưa cái
So
nào nó ta
just really on
hay
the
ví dụ
ball
vậy
here
cái
for
tao
Boyette.
Good usage there. Good
hay
game
cái này
six.
đấy
So Meta
Nhiều
obviously
cái mà
level
đã
4 anyway. Just going to
Nó
be able to go
đã
ahead
cái
and do
đó.
what he needs to do. The turtle's coming up
Hắn
here in about
xin
8
kì.
seconds as they get in position up on that top side.
And look at the adjustment, right? After stealing, immediately running to his own purple buff, and then going to the top side to fight for strong side. And look, now it's a 2v1 scenario where Sanji is already picked up Maokai to a
Từ
pulp,
mày tam
and
bố
now
nhiệt
still
với lại
Meta
cái
is here to
phim
compensate. But even so, the Toy Toy Stomp's already
Anh
down.
gan
This
ta
should be pretty free for the Falcons.
Oh, man.
Gan ta hai biết nó
Okay,
mới
turtle.
cái đấy
Boyette's gonna go ahead and do that. Let's take Falcons
Ôi
to
trời
go
ơi.
ahead and zone out the Huns. Whoa, Savage.
à
RWM
anh gan ta thì
get
cô
called down here.
ấy
They
cũng mới quay
probably should have gotten
Chúng
the
ta tâm sự
RWM
bụi nó
down
lâu rồi
first before they call
First
Sanji
rồi
to
đâu
flicker forward, but hey, that's fine. They still get the turtle. They got everything that they were looking for.
Yeah. Troll nearly there.
photo
on
thả
level
ô
4.
photo
Good decision there for them not to kind of get overstepped and go for too much. Again, they want to go ahead and build up, get things going. Now that Troll's level 4,
Lấy
they'll
sao
look for
biết
the big
đi
team. Run
hay
into
anh tôi
the
cái
rest
sao
of the
rồi
Huns.
Oh, and against the flicker just in time. Nicely played by Troll. He also had the third hit achievement to go just in case. Boyette doesn't get the steal, unfortunately, but he did have to commit his ult. Even so, he still has an EXP lead over Stillmeta.
Yeah, it's just a
lời
bit
nó mất mát
too crazy. Still meta again on Smoksha. There's a reason why he's banned so much. He's able to go ahead and go around the map quite quickly. Taking some camps too
lấy cây
from
mất
Team
sao
Falcons
rồi
if he
nè
can. So there's not too much for them to actually go. If sometimes they want to utilize the
Bán
flickers
cài,
or
bán
not
cài
to
giúp
set
phải dây,
up, if
dùng
it's
mày
not
ta giúp phải
available, you kind of
dây.
just don't have
hắn
much
xin
that
chỉ
you can
đổi
do
phải
for
dây
your
đã
team
tôi
Falcons
về
in
kia
this
ní giúp
lineup.
phải
You know, it's
dây
not like Ballman's going to come out surprising
chạy
anyone.
đi chạy đi nó
You
nó
have to
khuyên
kind
là
of
bà
wait for the
là đi
kick
bao
to be
kìa
there.
Assassin ball.
ồ chùm mẹ đi chùm mẹ bao rồi
Just jump scaring you over
Mày
wall
đâu có
for
đâm
your
đi.
1 HP. Now, as we see this game continue to progress, despite it first blood going over to the Hunt, the gold is actually dead even, right? Like the amount of side laners from Falcons is actually leading their lanes and actually absorbing a lot of these grabs. Honestly, keeping the Huns in check.
Yeah, keeping them in check right now. Retribution used them, and he's catching up slowly, man. As said, you kind of expect this with Baksha to get on your side of the jungle. Boyette's gonna go for him. They've got the kick available. There's no flicker here for Troll. But they might want to try to collapse down on Bunkai if they can, or at least burn a battle spell. Turtles coming up, they can make their way there for that. It looks like we're going to see the next team fight for this. Sanji, though.
Okay, Sanji, unfortunately, has to get around it. The solar RWM was used, and now the counter RWM from Puppet only catches on the OU side, but yet doesn't find the execute. Unfortunately, that's going to be 3 really big ults compared to 2. The ult economy looking just a little bit better for Falcons.
Officer, orange metoda. I did a best because the guy did.
There is no fatal link.
Yeah, but still meta, still meta. Nice. Yuki.
And Boyette finally collapses.
3 kills.
Again, there's not much to do as a ballman, but
Eh,
now
go for Bunkai.
So they can't really follow through on this.
No
However, they do
good.
have the bravest
Nice.
fighter. That does mean that at least Purple Buff Steel coming in from still meta. Now he overtakes it.
まさかじめのフィーリーバーもとば。
Yeah, I just saw that
それ
turtle
ぞれ
fight,
の
man.
や
That's
め
one of
か
the
い。
things on Boy, it's
ロ
like,
ーマトンと
you
上
really
か
only have the dash. If you get trapped into a choke point, you're not going anywhere. That's one of the weaknesses, obviously, in comparison to Obaksha, who, you can jump over walls.
And yeah, you have enough time to see those cards off the left ones. As you're just taking the damage, I mean, really, it's not position to be in here. And you can see the lead from the Huns really being distributed well amongst their members. Even for someone like Bunkai, who is having a bit of a rough time in the lane, but these team fights have pulled them back into equal footing.
Yeah, this is one of those things where, again, battle across the map. Troll's going to be forced out of that brush. And, fighting for what you can control around the map. This is where, some of these tier 1s come into play. This one already knocked down on both sides. But just kind of holding it steady. There's not too much that even the Huns want to do right now. They're just kind of slowly building up this lead. Kenny's been holding on to that RWM against Cuffin, and he's getting pretty good usage out of it. And as this builds up, you can play with Flash. Had that Zaman Force there too. I think they have just really good control when it comes to objectives, and that might be a big problem for Team Falcons around the Lord time. So once again, really looking for one of these members that he can kick, but that's the thing. Who is it? Who's going to be the one that you can kick?
Yeah, I mean, look at the amount of space that Huns are. Again,
No,
not
so
only
I'm
trying
like,
to take
"But
away
you
from
can
the side of the
be
Falcons,
the
but Falcons are
one
trying to
that
clear out their sides of the
Mga
double
lagi
before Huns can even take any gold. And now with Way the Dragon from Troll into the fatal links coming in from Oyu. Kenny,
Troll.
he's down low, but he has also
Boy,
counter RWM.
turtle,
He won't be able to
turtle, kita naroon
participate.
kita
Wait,
mali.
Kenny, he actually
Ah,
wants to be
tadi
part of
dia
this.
meninggi
Very fine from the
Bunkai.
Bunkai side.
Oyu,
Falcons take a
Kenny.
majority of the resources down, and now the solo RW comes out.
Eh,
Kenny
eh,
is doing
eh,
it.
Sanji easy mo meninggi troll. Troll, it's up to still meta. Nice, still meta killing sprint. Oh my god. 3 kills, 201. Nice
I guess the
kitty.
game plan of Huns Esports, I actually thought they would just completely disengage off
Ah,
that, knowing
Huns
Bunkai
na
was low,
to, na go.
Kenny was low, and I expected Team Falcons just to get the turtle, but instead they end up getting caught in a fight against the Huns, and they lose it, and they potentially lose more.
Oyu. At last being the wicked that the assault yung kalab at last with Hado really Hado even to do can know. At last la Yaro for the Hawaii has done the bite to get over
Okay, I don't know if that's exactly necessary for
I don't
Huns
have to
Esports.
own it
Or
at
again, in
last.
theory, they wanted to get more.
You're
But in
already
between
hungry.
2 turrets at that point, tier 1 and tier 2, this early on, 8 minutes in, it's not going to go too well, right? But essentially, they still hold on
Mama
to a bit
at
of a
last
lead
target
against
you
Team
know that.
Falcons. Boyette's going to be able to
Hunt
take his
them
purple
back.
buff after still meta gets taken down. Let's take a look at the instant replay for this one. Again, they initiate this. They don't even have that many ultimates really available. Yuki was on Cuffin, but he's just too low to be a part of this. So it just seems like, again, what was the fight there for?
Really a bit of an ego
And I
challenge.
put it
Was
low
probably
fight.
just to put Sano behind even further, because now Sano and Yuki already had a slight
And
lead
I
against
think he is
Sano, but the
thinking that
EXP is still in Sano's favor. So really, it's trying to even that score just a little bit at the cost of their EXP later, which is a little sad. And not to mention also OU, but at the very least, they haven't dropped the lead just yet. 400 gold. It's small, but it's something.
It's something right now. Look at that boy it's built too. He's got radiant armor. He's building into his neck, so yeah, a little bit of a molten essence there too to help him even further farm against the Spaksha. But you know he's eventually going to be tanky enough too. Yeah, there's the build. Look at the difference for Yuki.
ML네 가야가 미에스 컨디션하지 마. 근데 기노 사나야가
my leather armor.
일단 ML
Boys, the leather Durkin is the difference maker right now.
나는
You know
하는
my
게임
boots
사나
are
이렇게
great. Don't worry
사는
about
거.
it. Don't worry, I just need just a little bit more armor for those concussive blasts. Even though it does
이거
magic. Even at
먹는다.
4 seconds left. Lord's about to spawn.
Yeah.
At least
따로 이 로토 그래.
Setting up the waves right now with this
Lord,
Lord up here.
Lord.
Yuki just picked up his Holy Crystal. There's 2
Boy,
chastised
it's so-
cauldrons for Team Falcons picked up too. So
Boya
defensiveness in tow.
balman 지금 balman
Nearly half
지고
off from this Lord here. They're fighting
balman
for that
이렇게
space. Still
다닌
might
데라.
have and jump forward.
다닌데 또 다닌데
already using the
이놈의
Brave Spider. He's trying to
이놈이
look for an angle to zone out
그냥
against the
사다를
Sano,
이노
but he
그냥
can still
사다를
get
기도 와 보여 이노게 나이스 그럼 저게 엘라스도 엘라스의 산지를 하자게 산노를 하자게 유키를 하자게 아 double kill 유키 아 저거 유키를 나의 막 가족이게 유키가 이러면
finally out of there. 3 for 2 trade in favor of the Falcons.
Oh man, 3 for 2, but this Ballman just dancing around
나
the
이거
jungle. Still might be able to get his buff. But with Sano still alive and Boyet, that is just too much heat to handle. Now they have a
그다음에
Lord marching
임면도
up top
임면다
side.
그리고 한 개.
Team Falcons has
그러면
been
저는
through the
임면을
gauntlet,
일라보다
man.
하면
Even today alone, they got
임면
themselves the
일정을 넣은
objective. They're playing around this Ballman, but that fight, honestly, could have almost gone over to the Hunts.
It
많이
really could have.
내보내
It
가나요?
really could have. Now, they gotta open up the map and really take advantage of these
아싸,
Lord
나오라
empowered
그냥
minions. They
Lord
still have
그냥
Lord on that
오거든요.
top side. However,
그냥
it's
팀
collapsing
그냥
from every
advantage
single
slow
angle, and the Huns don't want to spread up too far. The majority of the members of Falcons already taking C2 down on bottom side. As top side gets revealed, the Huns have all the information they need.
그리노
Lord dealt with by Yuki.
아,
We already saw
그건
preview.
왜
Yuki's
띵,
damage
그래.
is online, especially when, like I said, he picked up that Holy Crystal before that fight for that Brock out. He's in a good position to go ahead and fight into the fights. Now,
언토토는
still
컴백
use-
라크다.
we'll see what Kenny continues to do. You know, it's pretty much the RWM. They want to go ahead and fight into that. But they just need a little bit better timing, I'd say, on their choices of either initiation or, you know, pulling back a little bit when Team Falcons tries to go forward. Like you mentioned, the Bravest Spider sometimes used pretty early on by Bunkai, but it might be one of those cases, again, now that your damage is getting online, you're getting to that point where you're hitting that power spike if you're Huns Esports, you're relying on OU to get this setup going, because looking at even the damage charts, there's quite a difference there across the board.
Okay, and SOB to double check the position on this purple buff.
Did he get it?
He did get it.
Oh no, Yuki got it. Wait, did Yuki get it?
Wait.
Yuki got it.
Alright.
Yeah, you know, Sana doesn't have it. So.
Yeah, that's a little
짜오
unfortunate.
짜오.
Hey, he still taps it, right? 44 seconds till we see the next Lord actually spawn, and at this point, I don't know, I'm a little nervous, right? Because Troll has been doing phenomenally. He's been getting some really good kicks in, he's been delaying the opponent so many different times, but what they really need is to not show up, and they need to deny Kenny from getting the RWM.
근데 컴백 라크를
See if
토이도
Kenny ends
맞아래.
up getting it or not. But yeah, Troll was asking who
Goal
is he
with
going to be
the
kicking through
Most
this game, and I feel like he's been able to
goals
find the targets, find the marks. The
Can
game,
you-
as it goes on though, it's a little bit more difficult to be able to do that. OU as well, and so Yuki, you know, so crucial. You know, we saw this in the last game where sometimes Yuki getting blown up so quickly. Once you lose that firepower, I feel like the Huns Esports lineup is just, you're lacking a lot. And so with this, Lord is up. Team Falcons will go ahead and blitz down the Lord. Half health already. Bunkai's giving the information, but Boyet quickly secures it.
Still Meta getting a bit distracted, and now they're forcing Fatal Links onto one Ox, stolen RWM as
와우 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 구피. 야 유키 그리노. ngon thì chắc là tao.
tries his best to take out Sano, but it's a little too.
Tôi bằng cái gì để bằng cái gì để.
Going to have to
Killing
recall
spree,
2
nice.
for nothing, but every battle spell under the sun being exposed.
Man, again, Lord secured. The Huns Esports a little hesitant to be in range to contest the Lord. Ends up finding them in the behind. They lose Yuki. As I just said, Yuki's positioning in the last game was something to take note of, and now he's been locked down by Team Falcons. He's going to be back up for the space defense. We'll have to see it. Fatal Links should be up here shortly. They're going to have to hold this push in from the Lords that charges in the mid turret. Takes it to half health. They're trying to defend.
They get the kick off the Still Meta. RWM from Cuffin is going to be enough here as Boyat takes out Still Meta with the execute. All you thinking about it is the Salmon Force is already
Rising
thrown out. No
Dawn
more Fatal Links. He's still on cooldown.
Welcome to the Ryan.
Already broken. And a moving empowered wave coming through that mid side. Troll misses the opportunity for the third hit, but Bankai is able to trade at the cost of his flicker. It's a good defense, but again, big spells out. Cuffin gets straight out, and there we go. Yuki, he finds one. He wants to extend it, but it gets only the
Thank you
orange
for
buff.
25
Man,
likes. That's
Yuki's
good
damage
30.
is there. It's just, again, they have to get positioned in favor for them. They defend the base, man, but half health on that bottom turret, and it's nearly gone. And they've only gotten one turret in this game. Even if they can defend like that, they need to start opening up the map a little bit more. And at least be in a position to fight the next Lord fight. They were too late for the last one. This next one is crucial. We're talking about a Lord to win potentially the wildcards and move on forward. They've got a minute to get prepared for it. Looking at the optimization, things are where they need to be. Still meta is down against Boyat on the Ballman in terms of gold, but that's not so much to worry about. Still meta is still able to go ahead and contest if he can just be there for those Lords.
Yeah, what I'm worried about is that right now the shred is actually gigantic from Boyat. Like, just standing within that whirlwind for a couple of seconds as you get shredded. Sano at full stacks is doing real damage on top of that missing armor. It's almost as good as true damage at this point. But now, here comes the kick onto OU. And SOD as well as RWM being expanded here. A little over the top, but there's still 18 seconds left for the next Lord.
Yeah, they can stall that out.
Hare
Yeah, they can
Krishna,
lead the map
Hare
too. They've got
Krishna.
pressure. Cross map if they want to go ahead and try that way. Wait up for these ultimates to be backed up. On the other hand, OU doesn't have a flicker. There's no surprise that he's going to be able to pull off if they go for that.
아닌데 내
that play
MSC
around
도
this
타워야
Lord,
명수
which
받기
might
때까지
just make
정리된
for
일이다.
Yuki, so even more so will this damage be a threat.
어.
The Falcons, they'll take their time with this. The Huns Esports are in a tow. They're in range
그냥
and position.
그랬는데 나 이거 산티
Troll
반이거 산티.
has a flicker available. Spots things out, gives information.
They're just going to macro it out. They know that there's two naturally pushing waves in top and mid. They want to look for a position here, and Hans, it looks like they're having to force this RWF to slow it down.
와 뭐야 unstoppable.
Another strike should be done. Sano, nobody can stop him as he gets
어 산지는 하늘을 쌓아도 오유. Game over guys. Game over. Double kill.
Back-to-back failures are making it from the group stage. We see that Falcons, Middle East, North Africa coming to represent.
Game
as
over,
they're
game
looking to
over,
finish
guys, game
this
over.
game with a wipeout.
Team of Falcons will celebrate as the minions and the rest of the team, all alive, will push forward to the main
Okay,
stage of
congratulations.
Congratulations!
Falcon.
And there you have it, your first qualified
Ay, no.
team from the Wildcards.
Why so
It's
toxic?
Falcons, Mina.
Huh.
What a series. What a day that we've had here
Why
around
so
now.
toxic? Just
Wildcards
voyage.
had 9 games
Oh my
to go the
goodness.
distance. The communication from Team Falcons might
Ay,
have been a
naman.
little bit off
Kaya
throughout
saan
the game, but hey, they
toxic
came together
Huh.
in Game 3. And they made the Ballman work.
I mean, like,
그리고
personally for me, I feel like Bauman is a sleeper pick. I personally have been trying him out,
Oh, yeah.
and he does feel good just because he's easy, right? Especially because his clear is fast, and you can't really
just
slow
like
down.
okay I need
You can stop the spin.
안 토해 안
Mara,
토해
it's easier to do
아니다
the spin,
그게
just
되게
keeps on
많아
going.
toxic 보이지
And let's just say congratulations Falcons Mena
ทีมมวย
make
ชนะ
it
บริ
through.
ไกลๆค่ะ
They got the golden
ทีมมวยช
key.
นะบได้ไกลกิโลมา
And
แล้ว
here's the thing, man. Boyette so far today, he's been
กล้วยสกรีน
he's been really feeling it.
He's
And
playing a little.
he's letting everyone know that he loves all of them.
Oh yeah, be a little spicy boy here and there. I love it. I love it personally because again, Boyette had to play a very quote-unquote non-carry role, right? Because again, his main job is to clean up some of the messes, but most importantly, to shred for the rest of the team. He's making it easier for Sanji and Sano to actually do
ไม่
relevant
ดี
damage
แบบ
to the
มา
later
บ้าง
stage
จะ
of
ตั
the
ว
game.
เวลามาอย่างบลาบลาบลา
I was wondering
That's just
you know,
like blah,
how
blah,
he would
blah.
find those picks that he was looking for. He found them, you know, and he was able to go ahead and dissect his way through those team fights, find the kicks he was looking for. A lot of times on Kenny, a lot of times utilizing the even G Kondo, you know, and this is a comfort pick. Like I said, this was a hero. The Cho was the hero for Troll, where the world first tuned in to these guys, you know, years ago. And yeah, like you mentioned, after 2 years,
บอย
they
เซ็
are finally
มั
moving
น
from
ต้อ
a
ง
wild
ตาม
card
สลักเฟร
going up to the main stage.
Hey, who knows? Maybe this performance
ซึ่งคิโน
will
เบกิโน
qualify
ก็
them
ไม่ได้
for
จี
maybe
คา
a
มิ
major
กัน
region slot.
Hey! But I gotta say,
มี
man,
จะได้
shout
เกม
out
ต้อ
to
งจะ
Hansi
หาว่า
Sports.
เขาแบบมีจะเป็น
It's
สายทวี
been
แต่นกเซอ
a
ร์ฮา
long
ร์จัง
wild
ดี
card for them,
Why
and
did
they
you
showed
make
up
that?
in Group B,
แบบนี้
undefeated.
กายโอ้โหนั่นด้วย
I don't know. I want to see more coming in from Mongolia
แต่
because
ไม่เห็นแต่แบบ
it's just one of those regions that people are like, yeah, they haven't made it yet, but you always know that they're just
Ba, ba,
one or
mình
two
đang
steps
crazy.
away from making a breakthrough.
You're not a perfect person.
The only thing that they could potentially work on is just how quick they can adapt to the game, right? I think that's the only thing left because they've got everything else. They've got the macro, they've got the mechanics, they've got everything that Falcons Mina were working up towards. But that adaptability, that's something that Falcons took 2 years to put together.
I wanted ไอ้ฮาร์รี่กับไอ้ที่นอนเนี่ย
That was a celebration right
ไอ้
there.
ฮาร์
I
รี่
don't know, but there's one simple way to solve all of that.
What's
How?
that?
Have more competition in Mongolia, man.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like in Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, it's basically year round.
Yes.
If they have something like that,
เพิ่งเดย์
we're in trouble.
That's why it's great to see, you know, the tournaments that they do get to compete in, to qualify for these internationals, because yeah, they're one or two steps away from just really, I feel like, being such a threat on a main stage. Hopefully we get to see them more on a main stage in
ไอ้
the future.
ทำไม
Because
ไก่
right now, it's essentially like going up against teams that can go to the gym, say, 5
ไอ้
times
จี
a week,
ก็
and
มัน
they
เค
are
ย
only
นกเซอร์
limited
กัน
to
เดิน
one.
ถอยกันไปว่าเมน
Right? Imagine if they can go more days to the gym, like how that would look like.
ที่เยอะแหละว้าว
Maybe
มันคือ
so
กันนั่น
they're
เดียว
already wrestling against horses. They just need a little bit more, but with that, I think we will be having an interview later on, but I'm going to take this time to remind everyone that after this, it's not over just yet. Now that we know Falcons Mena has qualified to the main stage of MSC, we will be having the MWI as well as the MSC group draw after this, so we would know roughly who will fight
ไอ้
against
จี
who.
จิมปวดร้านน่ะไอ้จิมมาเตะไอ้เด็กเคยมันมาเตะอยู่หาบ้าน
We know who
ไอ้
are
ดิ
each
ยู
other's
กิ
opponents.
มันจะพูดอะไรจะว่าเป็น
Right?
เด็ก
I'm
กัน
pretty sure even Falcons were like,
I
okay,
get
who
my
will be
beer
out
together.
first?
ยูกิไม่ต้องพูดอะไรกันเป็นเสียงเลยเขาเดี๋ยวพูดอะไรกัน
If Boyette is saying that alongside with Troll, I love the confidence. Because again, you gotta have that type of mentality facing against some
บอย
of
เที่ย
your
งบอก
boys.
มันแล้วไอ้นักเซอร์กัน
Basically, boom.
แล้วมัน
Okay, so like,
เธอ
it's not elimination, right? But yeah, like all fun in the game. Shout out to all the teams that competed throughout the wild card, and this is something that a lot of people didn't expect, having Hunt Esports as well as Falcons.
Change
Man,
the
Falcons
ground
Man,
code with
highest
Panipado, nang
likely to
kakulinan
be in the
siya.
grand finals, but still,
ค่ะเอ้ยยายก็สุ
it's
กาย
an
เด็
amazing
Ay, hello.
9-game day, and we wish them the best of luck for Falcons to go on amazing. Because again, those 15 teams that's already waiting are no joke.
เอามุกขโมยไก่อะแบบ
Hot
โอ้
take here.
โน
I think,
ข้าง
you
ใน
know,
นะ
I know we joke about this every single
Support
year,
na
but
to
I think
ng
this time
di
around,
kami di.
I know I don't
Pwede,
personally
pwede.
say it, but I think this has to be
Pagka
one
ba
of the
doon
best
money, pagka ba doon
wildcards
Yeah.
ever.
I just love wildcards and MWI.
I think that this one really
Balman
goes to,
do.
like, most of the time you're
Balman
expecting
para
these things,
po
I'm expecting, like, okay,
Balman
these are like
do.
some
Hatan
minor
na
regions, but
program.
really they are emerging and they only get better. And I think this
As
time around,
ay
they're
dyan
at a
dati
good
ko,
plateau
dyan dati
where
ko
they're trying to break
siyempre.
through being some of the best players in rank to now some of the best players in the world, and that's a very steep hill to climb.
And I think it's always interesting too to be introducing new regions or emerging players. You know, making things kind of more exciting in the the international scene of MLBB.
And now, with the victory for Falcons Mena, we're going to be throwing it over to Eterna as well as Coach Pawi, just to see how they feel that now they're in MSC.
It's such an exciting day here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are with the victors who move on to the main stage. Welcome to MSC, Coach.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, okay. We gave you time, a little time to kind of reset after that best of 3. But we gotta ask, after, being in the wildcards for so long and finally being able to bring the team to the main stage, how does it feel right now and how are the players feeling as well?
Right now, we are all like, it's just amazing because this is our first time.
Ano yung ba?
I think the region as well is
hello.
the first time,
Let
and
me see your
maybe
test
it's the first time also because last time I think they got eliminated early. That's MSC. So now we are just really happy and excited to join the main stage.
It showed. I mean, I heard the battle cries earlier on the streams. Such a passionate bunch. And of course, we got to talk to Troll earlier on as well. But after that, it looked like you went straight back into your final game. So did you have enough time to prepare for the last best of 3?
To be honest, I already like week data for the top 4, like enemy like the 7 and this the Hans and then what's the other one? I forgot.
All the teams, basically all the teams.
I make data like yesterday, before I sleep. So whoever we face, we're ready.
Okay, so you were prepared. I don't know why, but we're slowly going further and further. Are you scared of me? Is there something wrong with it? Do we need to do handshakes? We can do handshakes. There you go. See, I do handshakes, guys.
It's nervous. I'm really nervous because just like I've said, it's first time and I'm really happy to be here. In Paris, first time as well, right? For all of us, I think, because this is the first time EWC, right? In Paris. It's good.
And we're really proud of you. We're proud of you. We're proud of the players as well. I think all the audiences are rallying their support as well in the live chat. I see it in the live chat. But we do have a question coming in from Mirko. It seems like every time you're in the best of 3, you always lose first game. Especially today. What's going on? Do you need time usually to kind of analyze the opposing team?
Back.
Honestly, we didn't expect, like, against FUT, we didn't expect them to, like, pick the Harley like that, just like 2 picks very early. We feel like we don't know what to do after that. So after that, we lose, right? One-sided, we get invaded, and then after that we just discuss, guys. We just need to ban Harley.
Okay, so you were surprised with the Harley pick in game number 1, but we were also surprised with the Bauman pick in game number 3. Could you talk to us about that? Because I mean, technically we do see changes to the Bauman, but why do you think it was fitting, and how did it succeed?
That's like super alternative pick. Because our picks got banned, our mostly like first and second and third pick. So it's like 4th or 5th pick, something like that. Because
Ay, napayam mag-ibang mo ng ay, char
a lot of CC, there's Atlas, there is YZ, I think. So there's so many counter to Balmon at that game, but we just trust because if we play Assassin, it's not gonna work. We already know because we're ahead in game 1, then we just didn't know what to do. I don't know what happened. We lose. So I think we just stick to the first strategy, play utility, and then we win.
Okay, so Bauman is still a conditional pick. And as we're talking about the meta, do you expect any particular changes maybe coming to MWI and MSC that we could expect?
My English expectation difficult. My English.
Sorry, what's that?
Ha?
Do you think that the meta will change? I mean, we've been seeing a particular meta right now run through MSC. Wildcard specifically, do you think something might change as we get closer to MWI and the main stage?
I think also there would be a patch, but I didn't read it just yet because we're focusing on our game. So we focus on that once we make it to the main stage. So now maybe I will read, later.
Okay, taking it step by step. And of course, our final question, obviously, we will have 2 representatives coming in from MENA. What do you think about the landscape of MENA as a region? Do you think they're getting stronger now?
To be honest,
30 like yo let's like to about 30 like to solo.
It's still not like the NPL PHID, but it keeps growing. I think that's all I can say.
Okay, it's going to grow. It's continuing to grow as well, and we're excited for that growth, especially as you head over to the main stage. So once again, congratulations. We're gonna let you rest, and of course, we're gonna throw it over back to the panel, especially Lafel. Back to you.
All right, there we go. Yeah, because Luis Hardy from Foot Esports is so strong. The more they bat out, then they start winning, Crazy. 8 ways. Full best of 3 this entire day. Congratulations to Team Falcons, Mena, and
Itong lang late, itong oy, nang matong oy, atong ni itong pipam ko.
Man,
Nang do,
I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the way the wildcards ended up. I don't know about you guys, but predictions, and thank you so much for not talking about predictions, man. I know Miracle was like, silent about it, but no, please, thank you so badly. Oh my god.
That's the only condition I put on myself when I'm the Desos. I need to prepare so many things so that we never ask a prediction, because who cares about that?
Yeah. So what's your So what's your prediction for this one?
You better not do an MWH.
Hey, guys, there's still plenty of games to
actually
happen after this. Hey, big shout outs to Wolf out there, great guy.
Anyways, thank you very much, Gideon, as well as Naisu. You guys have done an amazing job casting that grand finals. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we do know who is going to the main stage, and the wild card is over, but we still have one more agenda for today. We will be having a group draw for both MWI as well as MSC. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere, and we'll see who Falco will go up against. We'll see you guys during the group draw.
Los salada berapa juga? Oh, kahit dong. Numit kaya ni tao kita mo ise khang di numit di. Mo ise lora ni ay khang. Tu sa wai si da yeng ko. Play ama kaino ki tim dong dong. Falcon ki tim mam da yeng.
Because
Asal ho da ba tim mam da yeng.
I haven't seen her.
And you what?
Tim kaya am di tao gini.
Get that hunter bone on it. stop him from dashing, but hey.
That's crazy if they got
ใน
even
วัน
the
แสน
Arlot. Because there's no Yuzhong anymore.
Yeah,
And then you
oh.
get the Arlot
Thank you for
Frederick.
28 likes let's
So
go
like this is
party
you could say it's pretty much a
Let's go
winning
party,
draft
guys.
already.
like
If they do get that hero.
I like the opening here coming in from both teams.
I like it. I like it. They keep it simple. The only thing I'm questioning now is the Harley. How good
Yeah.
is the Harley in this meta, especially with Mathilda?
I mean, at this point, it's kind of like forcing a gold lane gank, and if it doesn't work out, then oh no, so sad.
Yeah, because
Ooh, Alice.
the Juicing doesn't seem like a really good target anymore.
Mas
Not
lagi
that,
happening.
not if it's always with the
Mas
Mathilda,
malayo
especially.
I feel like Harley will not be able to kill any of these three.
Sakit, sakit,
I'm
sakit.
kind of hoping that they get a gold laner that's just like, I don't know, Leslie or something.
Yeah.
Listen,
Or maybe
Daddy,
Footer
listen,
trying to go
Daddy.
for. Yeah, you know what? I think they need to play strong side gold here with
Yeah,
Harley.
they have to.
Because they just clear mid, rotate over towards the other side of the map as Falcons Meta collect the neutral objectives.
Yeah, Foot are gonna be the first ones to pick their hero heading to the second phase. So
But that means they need a hero something like a Uranus that can survive any kind of ganks.
yeah,
Maybe that's also the reason why we see Falcons Meta banning out that Alice, just to make sure that even banning out the Terzla, yeah, they're just making sure whatever the EXP lane is for Foot is gankable and killable.
Wow. What's the pick here for Foot?
do they take away
What?
gold immediately?
Monster.
Wow. So the Claude
Welcome
Dart
back
is still gonna
Toxic
be there.
King ยังจะโหยัง
I
จะโห
feel like if
ใคร
Falcons
เป็น
Meta
กา
pick
เดี๋ยว
up
ไป
Harley,
รับนั่น
it's
มา
not going to be easy for the
วา
Harley
ลี
to
ใกล้
really
หรือ
burst
วาลี
down.
เซ
Yes, that's true.
เม็ดสกินหังกัดดิ
But
เลยรวยกับเนี่ย
Even the Claw, like, there's a lot of options for gold here that Harley kind of doesn't want.
but if they're going tanky EXP, then the damage spread should be physical
For Foot?
for Falcon's Mena.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be a damage XP. Let's see. The Paquita is still open. The Vendetta, Sora. Honestly, very good pick.
What's the combo? Okay. And now the gold lane. Is it just going to be a simple Claude, Harith,
Yeah.
Claude, weak side gold laner? Okay.
Falcons has a disgusting drop. Disgusting in a good way.
He can still take the Valentina XP here against the Sora.
Valentina ban.
Oh,
He
my
themselves
bad.
banned out the Valentina.
Yeah.
So,
So it's just tough right now.
What's left?
Uranus kind of fits the model of like just surviving. Other than that,
Ooh.
if we got a kill, yeah, the kill is still open.
It's good against the Sora. Honestly, it's good against the Sora, but it's just like right now, is it too greedy? 4 damage dealers in one tank. We saw this before.
Yeah, and what build is XC gonna go for exactly?
It better not be the lethal ignition, bro.
That's too much damage.
Here's the thing. On paper, look at the stats. As Wikipedia, Falcons Meta has a pretty strong draft.
They're very good, yes.
S tier all around.
Yep.
But it looks like they have a specific draft specifically for Falcons Meta. We'll see whether they were overcooking this one, or is that the right kind of recipe to take down the Falcons.
That's a good question, LaFell. Let's take it into this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we already have one. The Huns from Mongolia making it to the grand finals. Now, I'll take you through time. M7, Wildcard, who made it to top 2, who made it to the main stage. It was a Turkish team and a Mongolian team. So, Foot, they got a lot of pressure to repeat the grand finals for the M7 Wildcard. But Falcons Meta, this could be their first ever chance to make it out of Wildcard.
Yep, a lot on the line for these two teams. Foot definitely not wanting to say that it was a one-time thing, their breakthrough run in the previous wildcard. But Falcons Mena too, wanting to just shake off all these inconsistencies and wanting to get
ปลูก
back
เลย
in
ไม่
the
ยอม
main
ทำอะไรดี
stage.
ยอมพัฒนายิ่งมาก
And
สุด
we
ยอด
are
ไอ้ที่ไม่
seeing
ห้ามซี
who
เนี่ยก็เกมทำอะไร
does
ตัว
get
นี้เขาเลย
done here in game
มาเลย
number 1. Ooh, lots
อัน
of
นี้
it.
ก็นึกว่าทุเรศอันตัวบุคคลนามนี่นะสุดอันตัวบลานี่โอ้ยสุดเลย
It's not like a Valeric who can just,
Steal.
steal.
Hey, it's a Ryu skin. We get a Street Fighter skin. Ball threat.
Oh. There goes guiding one immediately just to reposition out, but the damage is insane coming in from Psyche here on the Lilia early on. Together with Kajue, I think just give him the Genius Wand and just let them keep going.
Yo, look at this pattern from Kazue. From the purple buff, entire bot side, he goes for the beetle now. And he's just trying to take as much as possible away from Falcon's meta.
Yeah, Harley sneaky like that, he just keeps going for whatever, you just can't catch him. Troll nearly gets caught there though. If it were for the
Bruce,
shield, but Kazuya might just get the job done. Will still get away though. That's not the really. That's not the kind of early on where
one
I
of
was
you
Yeah, definitely not. And oh my god, even the pressure. Boy, I can't get his orange.
How can he get his orange if there's 3 members on him from foot? Cuffin using the flicker to get out of that tool. The orange buff is still up.
And this is why I personally have my doubts about the build that you just don't have mid-bio. Lilia plus the Atlas, fast clearing, and the Paquito in the XP, just all the tempo for Foot.
Can you add Kazuya to that? Because Kazuya's been helping them out so much in the mid lane too. Now Boyet still not getting his hands on his orange buff. It's been a tough time for him. There goes the shifting skies. The energy eruption is going to land. It's going to be Kazuya traded out. And the flicker burned by Exy just to survive. Locksmith has to find his way out of this. He will most likely. And that's going to be the only casualty. Nautilus Falcons managed to go for the chase. Troll nearly going down there. And SOD misses by just a pixel.
Wow, we got a game in our hands, folks. Goal lead non-existent, but it's action all across the board for Foot and Falcons Mena. A bit too aggressive, I have to say, from Foot. Could have been just a turtle take into straight normal pathing, but they wanted to punish a level 3 boy at in the end. Sanji, really good decision there, just waiting on the hat of Kazuya. We take a look at the emblems. Concussive Blast for Sanji doesn't really pay a lot of dividends around Turtle 1. It was still the Paquito who had the prio, and Kazuya is so annoying on this Harley.
Here they go again. It's always the pressure on the mid. And as mentioned earlier, just like give them an item, give them a genius wand, and this is just gonna be so difficult to deal with now. It's Sanji who seems to be the target, does survive for just a bit, but eventually does go down, has the deadly magic.
Like 30 hola say let's go 30 like stars, like 30 more, like 30 like
That's where the Lily gets a lot of advantage as well, right? It's not just damage onto the utility jungle, but it's that survivability. So Sanji trying to sacrifice himself. He knows he was dead to the deadly magic, but it just wasn't enough to get Psyche. Black Shoes gets him to safety. Exy gets a 100 strike. No lethal ignition, so we kind of know what build he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go Queen's Wings next. Sano might have to burn to Purify. Nope. Wildcard doesn't have data links.
It's a really good start for both sides. Even for Kazuya, I'd say. At this point. The Claude is not really able to just farm up as much, and that's when you really want to hope that he's the one getting the farm. Because Boyet has been not getting his farm.
Yep.
It's more so that the pressure's been all across the map. Now goes to Circling Eagle, shifting side to Boyet. Finally does secure an objective for Team Falcons Mena though. There goes the counterpunch coming in from Exy, but we'll have to figure out instead. Sanji nearly gets taken out with the deadly magic. Exy still tries to go for them though. Psyche will take the kill, but Team Foot are just not letting up.
Bola
I love how aware both teams are of the win conditions. Falcons Mena, they know if they go for the fight, it'll be good for Foot, so they just go straight for the neutral objective and bounce. But Foot knows so well that they don't need to fight for the neutral objective. Instead, they gotta go for the fight. And that's why they force out these fights.
Flicker out for Bloodshed, but he might just get caught in here. Circling Eagle already committed. No perfect pair, and he does get taken out eventually by Sano, handing over a kill. Psyche might be next. Doesn't have the black shoes. Oh, does use it just now. But with no flicker, just got back into the 4 people. And now they get 2 members of Foot Esports.
RX.
Can he get out of this? It's a flicker, but that's 3 members, so I don't think he'll survive. On the other side of the map, though, at least Exy does get something.
I don't know. It's a kill for 3 kills and
welcome back.
It's a kill and turret for 3 kills.
I don't
know. I guess for map pressure, it's better for Foot, especially when they get this fight.
Boyet, all alone here. Sano cannot help him, but at least Troll was there, and he's the guy you'd expect help from. So now, at least putting it to a much more defensive use, we're getting to see the value somehow.
Dude, I mean, at least Exy's getting a lot. We get to see an instant replay again as to what happened earlier. Spear Misery, already. This was already supposed to just be leave Broadsfed, but for some reason, Psyche wanted to play. I have no idea what this was, but what's crazier is RX held Flicker for so long. They don't... I mean, this is the most honest dive I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And RX was just like, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna wait.
Swap towards.
And he doesn't flicker there even, and it's like, and then he try. When he can flicker out, he doesn't. But when he can't flicker out, he does, you know?
Okay, maybe we don't see RX for a while now. He's gonna go for the split.
What?
Certainly healed by trolls.
SOD.
So he also landing. It's gonna be Sano targeted first, but he still has the BMI to get out, and now returning to the turtle fight. Boy, already using the appraiser's rack, but still they get to secure the turtle nonetheless. Troll looking like the next target, but Foot are just going all in. It's a killing spree for Kazu with the knockbacks coming in from XC, and Boyet falls down two or three members taken out from Team Falcons.
At this point, Foot Esports are just pulling a Max Holloway. They're pointing in the middle of the octagon and saying, let's fight!
Oh, Kazue is just coming in from the most unexpected angles possible. Coffin and Sano, no one is safe, and they take that tier 1 in mid as well.
There's never a break from the action. It's always action everywhere. Finally, we get to breathe. Finally, I get to talk, man. Oh my god. Okay, Queen's Wings, there you go. Right after the 100 strike, they're gonna go for the turn up top as well. Foot, they're just so proactive, dude.
I know.
There's always fights happening. They're making decisions. Sometimes it's bad decisions, but hey, they have the lead. So, okay, there you go. Again, now it's Sanji.
Okay, XC does get out of this. There's a bit of help from Bloodsvet, and he gets to dodge that ultimate as well. SOD will land, and now there's a bit more help coming in from RX. They still find the kill onto XC nonetheless, but now it's Kazue coming in from behind. They want to take on Sano, but it seems like he's being protected so well. Sanji does get taken on the other side. But it's just a 2-for-3 trade so far. Boyet and Cuffin, they want more, but Foot don't want to fight.
Slug it out. Just slug it out, man. At this point, it's all about fighting. Instant replay again. So it started out like this, but that's the reason I love the Queen's Wings. XE just stays alive for so long, and he's able to buy time for the rest of the team to come through. Accurate SOD, phenomenal. But I don't know. As a Moskov, I think you might want to just, farm instead of participating in fights early like this. Hey, in the end, I don't even know who gets a dub there, man. It was so 50-50, and the goal lead still remains for Foot. So I guess we'll just say nothing. We'll just say it's
I mean,
it's there. We.
Foot has been doing this
Again.
for the entire game, though. I guess RX also just wants to get to join.
Yeah.
Somehow. I mean, the Blaves are managed too.
I mean,
they're still at an advantage, but
XC's 1,000 gold up. He has the Queen's Wings already. That makes him super tanky, and he's going for steel leg plates now. So extra tanky now. Divine Glaive for Kazue. Once he gets that, oh brother, Sanji, Boyet, yeah, all of them are gonna have to feel the heat.
yeah. And now they're just trying to burst down this Lord. Not much response coming in from Falcons just yet. They will show up, but they have no idea where the others are. Trolldo reveals himself together with Boyet, fly towards Psyche, but they're just able to walk under their tier 1. It's not gonna be a problem, and they use the Circling Eagle already.
No Circling Eagle, and is that right? Boyet doesn't have Appraiser's Wrath.
Oh yeah.
Bloodsvet, waiting in the bush, getting Sanji. Trying to bait out an ability.
He's punching him.
The Atlas and the Sora, both the tanks, are fighting. Perfect match to get out of there. Wave up top is good for Foot, and that's why they're just playing the Lord Dance while poking Falcon's Mena.
Yeah.
Hey, Circling Eagle's back up.
Oh.
And he uses it instantly.
Now it's down again.
That's how cooldowns work. Yeah, Spear Misery.
Oh, RX, they actually find one. It's gonna be Sanji, but they just poke him up a little bit.
Dude, the poke is crazy. Deadly Magic on Sano takes him to a quarter of HP.
Yeah, that's not a little bit. Like, the one Sano had to took was a bit too much from Kazue. Doesn't have the Deadly Magic as of now, though, but look at just how fast RX are able to shred! Sanji does go in for the ultimate, but doesn't catch anyone. Now it's Blotsfest. It's his turn to potentially find a turnaround. Doesn't go in for the setup just yet, waiting for the perfect moment. Purify is up for Sano, but the Lord gets reset.
Yo, what a game.
Oh.
A bit of poke from Kazue, just that, Blood Wings. Very necessary for Cuffin. The wave up top, now it's good for Falcon's Mena.
Yeah.
It took so long for the Lord Dance. Now the Falcon's Mena wave is good, and now it's Foot that kinda have to send a guy over there.
Are
RX. RX is getting sent up top, but that's why Falcon's Mena are holding on the Lord, and they want to commit onto this boss fight.
RX is not going up top. They decide to just go all in this.
Send a guy over there. RX. RX is getting sent up top, but that's why Falcon's men are holding on the Lord, and they want to commit onto this boss fight.
RX is not going up top. They decide to just go all in this fight. SOD is going to land as well as they
take out Troll. There's going to be a response, an attempt from Sanji, but it's not going to be enough. Now it's Aris just fighting up against 3 in the middle. Everything. They lose him and Blotsfet, but they take out 4 members of Team Falcons.
I love me some Moskov support action, baby. He was just there baiting for Kazue. And Psyche to walk up. Boy, yeah, there's no way you walk up. Kazue doesn't want the Lord. He wants you, buddy.
He's just gonna go. He's just gonna go. You can leave the Lord to the other members. Space Escape doesn't use it just yet. He just waited for Boyet to show up.
XC's the jungler, Kazue is the gold laner, RX is the roam, and Blotsfet is the mid laner. That's how we're looking at things right now, baby.
They switch roles. They switch roles at this point. Like the way RX has been using the SOD.
Dude, he's frontlining.
Yeah, you know how you use your blink to somehow reposition away so you can just throw your basic attacks? He uses it to move closer to the opponents. That happened up top too.
And it worked.
It somehow worked. For a moment.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kazui's gonna go for the orange buff. Lord in the bottom lane. This is so good as they split the map up with the Moskov as well. And you can really start to feel that damage. Kazue, godlike.
Yeah. So Kazue just used the deadly magic just now. I think it was on Sanji, fortunately able to just be okay. Blotsfet going in. They still have the Lord. It's, oh my goodness, the damage on Sanji. It's insane. They can just leave the Lord. Doesn't really matter. Falcons men are able to deal with it, but not able to defend this base turret. Yeah, someone has to block all those.
What is that damage, my guy?
From Kazue.
Oh my gosh. Dude, the deadly magic is up every 20 seconds.
Or maybe less than. It feels like it's less than.
It really does.
Yep, it's a conceal play.
Okay.
Foot are gonna go for it.
Kazue.
Okay. Sano has a Purify. They know it, and that's gonna be a setup run for Sanji. Blotsfet has to flicker out of that, but the guiding wind is gonna bring them closer in together. Fatal links onto 2, but these are tanky members of Falcons Mena. Foot Esports are not gonna fight, not unless Kazue finds one in the back lines. Falcons Mena are gonna be okay. At least they threatened Foot Esports out of their base.
They baited out the cycles, and they're just going to shove the wave again. They've already gotten the base turret. Obviously, the good base turret to take right now should be the top lane. But hey, a win's a win, a 7,000 goldie. They didn't lose too many resources either. It's fair. 2 flickers for 2 flickers, right? Yeah. All G. It's just now, how do Falcons Mena deal with the side lane pressure of Foot?
Yeah.
They have Moskov and Paquito.
It's almost as if Sanji too only gets to use the Shifting Skies for the setup.
Dude,
and after that, you don't know anymore. Oh yeah, Kazue.
RX is actually a roamer. I'm telling you. Look at the damage dealer. XC and Kazue. Then we see Psyche, and RX is at 30k.
Yeah. He
Everyone from pool, be careful of.
Yeah, we have the defending champions there. We have a very strong region in Navi as well in there. So we're gonna kick things off. Our first
in Group A,
it's Team Falcon. ID.
Ooh.
Team Falcons ID with a revamped roster, but of course we still have Violet and Agatha. So if you guys are familiar with those players, they're still gonna remain with some new players as well to kick things off.
Yep, and for you guys at home, make sure you guys keep in mind we're going to be showing the tournament bracket here. Give me a sec while I take a look at this. And looks like I will not be able to look at it because my eyesight is pretty poor. So hopefully you guys at home are paying attention because I cannot.
Yeah, neither. I didn't bring my glasses. Well,
He has
Miracle has glasses. Wait, let's try it. Miracle, can you see it?
I can see things.
All right, there you have it, guys. He can see things.
Well, with that being said, you guys at home are seeing the tournament bracket, and those are the second seed teams. And now I believe we will be seeing, but either way, I feel like we will still count that first one. Team Falcons ID is the first team drawn from Pool 1.
Okay, so let's move on to our second team.
And with that, I'm just letting you know, Mirko, is that we got Team Falcons ID in Group A. So if we do get Team Vitality in Group A, we will have to push it to Group B because Indonesia and Indonesia cannot be in the same group. So please.
Our second team.
And this should be in Group B.
Okay, we have Gen G Esports.
All right, Gen G from North America. Hopefully Group B goes good.
Remember, they went
Wait,
top 2.
Vitality will be there.
They went top 2 last time under the banner of Gaming Gladiators, but of course, it's a different roster because Nicolette is not going to be there.
Yeah. Aria's going to be there. So, shout outs to her. So we're going to be doing 2 more, Mirko. After 2, we're going to stop for a while and we're going to review the bracket. So now we're going to go forth and find the next team going into Group A. All right, so this team is going to be...
Oh my god, it's Team Vitality.
But this means because Team Vitality is going to Group A, but since there's Team Falcons Indonesia already in Group A, this means that it will be proceeding to Group B. So the next team that you're drawing is going to Group A.
Yep, that is correct. Team Vitality are defending champions on their way to look for their 4th title. So imagine that.
All right. So now the next team is Team Ray Young from Malaysia.
Mm-hmm. It's a new representative. They were able to beat Navi Malaysia.
Yeah.
So it truly is a big deal that they're coming through here, wondering what they're going to be able to bring to the table at MWI.
Okay, we're gonna stop for a while, allowing time for the bracket to really go through. For now, you know, I'm sure there's no stakes for you, but how do you feel about the draw so far? There's only 4 more teams left.
I think I got really good teams, you know? I got really good teams, really good matchups. I think MWI will be, this year, the best ever.
Oh.
How do you feel that we had to make a specific rule just to make sure we do not screw it up for everyone else here?
I think it's because of us. Me and you, LaFell.
Yeah, when was that? When was that?
MSC 2023, but pretty good because for us at least, Indo won.
All right, right now.
That's true, that's true.
Apologize. Let me just check. This is the tournament bracket. Looks like it's going to be Team Falcons ID going against Seda, as well as Team Ray Young against Aurora Gaming. For now, we're still waiting for the bonus of GK as well as Twisted Minds.
And this shows the next part of the brackets, ladies and gentlemen. And we still have 4 more teams from Seed 1 to figure this out.
I'm not running that far. I will do that again later. Okay, I will do that again later because we do have 4 more teams left. Once we're done, I'll run to the camera. No
It's okay.
problems.
It's no problem.
Right. Go for it.
He's a big runner. He's a big runner.
I'm a big runner.
He loves running.
That's not something I hear often. So yes, let's see. Which team have you drawn now?
Let's see.
We still haven't got Navi yet.
Ah, Navi. Okay.
Well,
How
never
did
mind.
you know?
Hmm?
How did you know?
Me and Mirko, we're in sync. When he touches something, I know what he's touching.
You guys are connected like that. I love the chemistry.
I
But
wish
yes,
we're not.
It's Navi.
All right, so hold on. Let's see. Vitality has been done.
Yep.
Falcons have been done. Navi has been done. Right now, we still haven't gotten Myanmar, MENA, as well as EECA.
That is true.
Go for it.
So let's see who's going to be taken out first.
That sounds very trending. Who will be taken out first?
It is brutal, guys. Okay, there you go. Geltec Cyber Team from EECA.
All right, so now there's only 2 more left. It's between Myanmar as well as MENA, Virtus Pro as well as Falcon Daisies.
Falcon Daisies. I love that
Falcon
name.
Daisies, go for it.
I love that name. I love that name.
How's the balls?
I'm pretty good at, yes.
Yeah, well.
All right. Next, Falcon Daisies. There you go. Another new representative coming in here for MWI. Very excited once again to see how they will be performing later on.
Yeah, and now we only left with Virtus Pro from MENA. But again, let's just just get on with it. All right, so now show to the camera. This is gonna be Virtus Pro coming in from MENA. So with that, I honestly don't know how to feel. I'm looking forward to going to WhatsApp just to ask some of the female players.
That's
like,
very specific.
how do they? We don't do email, okay? We don't do email. WhatsApp is faster.
It takes longer.
7 business weeks, you know. So it takes a while. What do you think so far for the draw? And mind you, after this we will be doing MSC. So this one you might be okay. The MSC one I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I think my socials are safe for now, so it's a good thing. And great matches, competitive matches. MWI always has surprises for us, so I don't think it'll be anything less than that.
Yeah, honestly, Wildcard is amazing. MWI is amazing. MSC is copy paste, but either way, hopefully this time is gonna be fun. Let's not have a 4-0 grand finals, right? For now, let's look at the brackets just to see how it shapes up.
Let's walk.
Oh yeah, let's walk.
We can walk together.
You can stay there. You're
Miracle
all
doesn't
good.
want to come.
Right, so right now we're looking at the tournament bracket here. It looks like it's going to be Team Falcons ID going up against Seda, Team Ray Young against Aurora Gaming, Caltech Cyber Team against Geek Esport, and Virtus Pro against Twisted Minds.
All right, so very interesting matchups that we're going to see. We're looking at some new faces. We also have familiar faces coming back into the fray. So I feel like, I know it's not the wild card, but it's definitely going to be wild card results.
So just now it was Group A. Now we're looking at Group B. It's going to be Gen G going up against Foot Esports. Later on, it's going to be Team Vitality against MIBR Lost. And then now V going up against Galaxy Phoenix, as well as Falcon Daisies against Team Falcons MENA. Let me just tell you, Eterna, Arya specifically asked me just to make sure that they're not going to get into this kind of group, not with Team Vitality, not with Navi, not with Falcon Daisies. So as much as Mirko said is okay, I feel like some people might be slightly upset with how you've drawn specifically for Group B.
Is that the right mentality to have, though?
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. No excuses, no easy matches. So prove you're the best.
Honestly, I agree with Mirko. To be the best, you got to beat the best. That's why I keep beating myself.
Yeah, because, you know,
Self-pain.
greatness is earned, right? There you go. Nothing is granted, everything is earned.
Now, here's the thing. Eterna, Mirko, thank you very much. We're done with MWI.
You're welcome.
But we still have one more group draw for MSC. Woo! So, not sure whether we're going to get you again or not. But for you guys at home, make sure you guys stick around. Because when we return, we're going to see the MSC Group A and Group B. See whether we get the good groups or not. See you guys then.
See you after, guys. And now they're just trying to burst down this Lord. Not much response coming in from Falcons just yet. They will show up, but they have no idea where the others are. Trolldo reveals himself together with Boyet, fly towards Psyche, but they're just able to walk under their tier 1. It's not going to be a problem, and they use the Circling Eagle already.
No Circling Eagle, and is that right? Boya doesn't have a Praiser's Wrath.
Oh, yeah.
Blood's Fat, waiting in the bush, getting Sanji. Trying to bait out an ability.
He's punching him.
The Atlas and the Sora, both the tanks, are fighting. Perfect match to get out of there. Wave up top is good for Foot, and that's why they're just playing the Lord Dance while poking Falcon's MENA.
Yeah.
Hey, Circling Eagle's back up.
Oh.
And he uses it instantly.
Now it's Yan again.
That's how cooldowns work. Yeah, Spirit Misery.
Oh, RX, they actually find one. It's gonna be Sanji, but they just poke him up a little bit.
Dude, the poke is crazy. Deadly Magic on Sano takes him to a quarter of HP.
Yeah, that's not a little bit. Like, the one Sano had to took was a bit too much from Kazue. Doesn't have the Deadly Magic as of now, though, but look at just how fast RX are able to shred! Sanji does go in for the ultimate, but doesn't catch anyone. Now it's Blotsfest. It's his turn to potentially find a turnaround. Doesn't go in for the setup just yet, waiting for the perfect moment. Purify is up for Sano, but the Lord gets reset.
Yo, what a game.
Oh.
A bit of poke from Kazue, just that, Blood Wings. Very necessary for Cuffin. The wave up top, now it's good for Falcon's Mena.
Yeah.
It took so long for the Lord Dance. Now the Falcon's Mena wave is good, and now it's Foot that kinda have to send a guy over there.
Are
RX. RX is getting sent up top, but that's why Falcon's men are holding on the Lord, and they want to commit onto this boss fight.
RX is not going up top. They decide to just go all in this fight. SOD is going to land as well as they take out Troll. There's going to be a response, an attempt from Sanji, but it's not going to be enough.
What?
Now it's RX just fighting up against 3. In the middle of everything, they lose him and Blotsfet, but they take out 4 members of Team Falcons.
I love me some Moskov support action, baby. He was just there baiting for Kazue and Psyche to walk up. Boy, yeah, there's no way you walk up. Kazue doesn't want the Lord. He wants you, buddy.
He's just gonna go. He's just gonna go. You can leave the Lord to the other members. Space Escape doesn't use it just yet. He just waited for Boyet to show up.
XC's the jungler, Kazue is the gold laner, RX is the roam, and Blotsfet is the mid laner. That's how we're looking at things right now, baby.
They switch roles. They switch roles at this point. Like the way RX has been using the SOD.
Dude, he's frontlining.
Yeah, you know how you use your blink to somehow reposition away so you can just throw your basic attacks? He uses it to move closer to the opponents. That happened up top too.
And it worked.
It somehow worked. For a moment.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kazui's gonna go for the orange buff. Lord in the bottom lane. This is so good as they split the map up with the Moskov as well. And you can really start to feel that damage. Kazue, godlike.
Yeah. So Kazue just used the Deadly Magic just now. I think it was on Sanji, fortunately able to just be okay. Bossfet going in. They still have the Lord. It's, oh my goodness, the damage on Sanji. It's insane. They can just leave the Lord. Doesn't really matter. Falcon's men are able to deal with it, but not able to defend this base turret. Yeah, someone has to block all those.
What is that damage, my guy?
From Kazue.
Oh my gosh. Dude, the Deadly Magic is up every 20 seconds.
Or maybe less than. It feels like it's less than.
It really does.
Yep, it's a conceal play.
Okay.
Foot are gonna go for it.
Kazue.
Okay. Sano has a Purify. They know it, and that's gonna be a setup run for Sanji. Blotsfet has to flicker out of that, but the Guiding Wind is gonna bring them closer in together. Fatal links onto 2, but these are tanky members of Falcon's Mena. Foot Esports are not gonna fight, not unless Kazue finds one in the back lines. Falcon's Mena are gonna be okay. At least they threatened Foot Esports out of their base.
They baited out the cycles, and they're just going to shove the wave again. They've already gotten the base turret. Obviously, the good base turret to take right now should be the top lane. But hey, a win's a win, a 7,000 goldie. They didn't lose too many resources either. It's fair. 2 flickers for 2 flickers, right? Yeah. All G. It's just now, how do Falcon's Mena deal with the side lane pressure of Foot?
Yeah.
They have Moskov and Paquito.
It's almost as if Sanji too only gets to use the Shifting Skies for the setup.
Dude,
and after that, you don't know anymore. Oh yeah, Kazue.
RX is actually a roamer. I'm telling you. Look at the damage dealer. XC and Kazue. Then we see Psyche, and RX is at 30k.
Yeah. He wasn't even like doing the split pushes earlier.
He's a distraction, man. But hey, one thing is for sure. He is really good at landing those SODs.
Yeah. Yeah. Multiple times now, especially in that recent objective fight, I'd say. So even if you send him this way...
Oh my!
Okay, Immortality pickup for XC as well. So that'll be additional tankiness for Foot Esports. Because I think earlier on we saw Falcon's Mena starting to fight back, even just bit by bit. Oh my goodness, what? Boyet shows up first! He's not accompanied by anyone, not even by Troll! Now it's Sanji following up next, but is that the right decision to make? Because RX is just freely throwing out his spears! Sano going in with a blazing duet, but he gets cancelled! cancelled by XC, and now it's looking like a wipeout for Team Falcons
Oryx.
Meta. Oryx is still going for it. SOD again, landing on Sano, and it's Troll as the next target. It's only Sano being chased by XC, and he can get the job done. He just needs one more jab, and it's a wipeout for Team Falcons Meta as Foot Esports take game number 1.
RX with the redemption play. Oh my lord. What a fantastic last fight for him. The Spear of Miseries landed, the SODs landed as usual. But unlike the previous fights, he was doing damage.
The only time we saw.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. In terms of how the early game played, like we talk about how the goal laners haven't really been showing up so far for today. That's kind of the case for like, what, the first 10 minutes of the game? Sacre bleu.
What does that mean?
It basically is a French way to say, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, sacre bleu. But yeah, in that game, I gotta say, this is gonna be very difficult for Falcons because on paper, that's like one of the best drafts
Yeah.
that they can get. And there are moments that we saw in a team fight, you know, in terms of the right situation, Kazue's not around, they can win. But once Kazue gets involved, I gotta say, it's been a while since we see Harley. It's surprising amount of damage with such a low amount of cooldown.
It was through Prio everywhere in the map except Gold Lane. Gold Lane's kind of big on his own island.
C'est la vie, you know?
C'est la vie. It's all about that. But the Lilia with the Atlas, the Mathilda couldn't open up a single time, and in the XP, the Paquito with the winning matchup, always pushing in, getting the tempo over Sora, over Sanji. That was it. That was and
Yeah.
the win condition, the understanding that they need to just go for the fight. Leave the neutral objectives to Boya. Take it. It's okay, Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fight, yo.
They all had the same mindset. Even RX. Just go for the fight. I want to be different. I don't want to be like the other gold laners we've been seeing in the wildcard so far. I want to join immediately. And that's what we saw, although it did kind of fail a couple times. It's not like they were able to really take the advantage. It was still. Hey.
Don't laugh, come on. It's hard for me to laugh like you, okay?
Oh, God.
Unless you go like, I feel like I predicted most of what you guys said and able to mimic it, but yeah.
Thank you.
What do you mean? That was your voice. You just
Yeah.
changed it.
Yeah, you know, c'est la vie. In this game, I feel like the draft isn't the problem. It's more like, this has been interviewed by Eterna before, where she said like, oh, what happened like previous years? They're like, oh, maybe we underestimated our opponents. This one maybe not so much on underestimate, more like you kind of cannot expect the damage coming in from a Lilia as well as the Harley. Yeah, I mean, like in our matches, we fought against Lilia a few times. We're like, oh yeah, she does do a lot of damage. But if you haven't seen it for a while, even in scrims, it kind of takes some time to adjust.
Yeah.
There were some moments, though. There were some weird moments from Foot. I think this is one of them, man. It's so awkward because it's like Bloodspet walked up. He was clearly dead. And it's like, he's like, I want next. And RX is like, me next.
I gotta say, ML hasn't been in a situation for a while where he kind of like solo carry.
Yeah.
For today, I wouldn't say it's solo carry, but whoever wins EXP has like a 70% chance of winning the game. Like, the game gets so much easier for the team.
And this is why you go Queen's Wings and not Lethal Ignition. Just go Quantum Charge. You're able to kite and survive for so long. Look, XC bought all that time for the rest of the team to come through.
Yeah. And this was the blink that we were talking about for RX. Had he done it towards the right, maybe he would have survived that. But
Come
he
on,
just
someone needs to
kept
tank,
pushing
okay?
forward. Again, he is a tank. In this game, at least. I don't know if that's gonna
Hey,
stay
find you
for
men
the
that can
next
do
game.
both. They can carry and they can tank.
Oh yeah.
He did both in that game. And now, this is how do you adjust this? How do you adjust this for Falcons?
'Cause it seemed
they
like
got Fredrin, they got the Matilda, they got Zushin. This is a mid trio that should not lose. So what did change?
I think they got to think about it this way, right? On paper, yes, you have the mobility, but only if you get mid-prio. And a lot of times, that's why now we see Atlas paired up with like a normal mid laner, like a classic just 50-50. Yeah, Zeus and Eve is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say it because Zeus and Eve already got enough attention, but you know what I mean. With the Lilia, though, you just have such an advantage, a massive clear advantage over your laner that you can't rotate with the Matilda.
Level 1, level 1 advantage, right? You already have both skills on level 1, and for now, we'll be going for a short break, giving time for both teams, because I think this is going to be a tough one for the Falcons to figure out. We'll see you guys right after this. They can challenge Huns like 1v3 because of the dash.
I thought we keep it simple.
I think gold lane is
What
that.
is
Silo.
Kazue is asleep. Man's cold with it.
No. He's meditating. He's looking into the future. He's like, what will I say when I go to the main stage?
Oh, Kazue is a trash talker, man. That's one thing I really like about him.
So maybe that's why. He's not falling asleep. He's holding himself back.
He's
Look
an
at
elevated desk.
That was an elevated desk. Maybe you just gotta be above your opponents.
Wait.
It's a mental game.
So if they're leaving the Juicin open, then that can be an option for Falcons Mena. But also, like, the Fredrin.
I mean, like, Falcons lost with the Zushin,
Yeah.
Bredrin.
So Foot are like, go,
Tilda.
do it again.
They got a Savage with that too. So.
That's true, but it's
Not
a
in this
different
game.
time. It's a different opponent.
Right, that's a different time,
It's a
right?
different time.
Okay.
Right, back.
Okay.
Stop thinking in the past. Right now, we're in the present, and we're playing for the future.
That's right, partner.
Right.
All right.
So for
Okay.
now, it should be a Marcel ban, and then afterwards, what else is open?
I don't know.
it just keeps on changing. if I can speak French, I swear, I'll do it.
You've been
Oui.
teaching us some words.
Oui, mon
You've been
cher.
teaching us some words.
Hey, well, there you go.
Monsieur
Sushi.
Raphael.
Marcel.
See, they banned the Juicin.
Sacre
Okay.
bleu.
Wait a second, Marcel, first pick.
If you don't think Marcel, you're trolling.
But
Get
they
it?
literally have troll.
Troll.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the
I
joke.
know, I know.
That's the joke, DA.
What is
Oh, because it's Troll as the role.
the A? Bro, you got it after like 5 business days. What?
Oh, yeah.
Talking to you feels like sending an email.
5 business days.
Can you make it 2 to 3? 5 sounds too bad.
All right, that's what Falcons Mena are taking. 2 to 3 business days to decide whether they
Oh,
want
they-
Marcel.
Marcel!
Hey, whoa.
That was not Marcel, but it is Marcel now.
It is Marcel now.
Okay.
What if they just make a combination of it, right? Have a arcade mode where they can combine 2 heroes, Marcel as well as Claude. You golden hour into a blazing duet, and then once the golden hour
Oh.
disappears, boom.
Boom, bang, bada bing. Do you go for a combo with it? Because like we've seen Marcel Kimmy's, right?
Yeah.
I've seen in rank Marcel Mia, and it works tremendously well. In case people don't know, right now Marcel, he can stop the basic attack, so and then you can target your opponent. So if you're using an attack speed hero like a carry, Mia, or whatever, you just collect all the basic attack stack and then just he gets deleted.
Oh.
Kiro Akai. Hey, Foot going back to basics here.
Oh.
Hey, simple.
There's a
Occam's Razor.
Occam's razor.
I don't know who Occam is, but he seems like a pretty bad dude.
What?
Or girl.
Okay.
You don't know.
You never know. Falcons Mena. Is it time for them to go for utility, or do they pull an assassin here? It's kind of risky, right? Because you already have a Marcel, pretty squishy roamer.
There's a... Oh.
There's still a Fredrin. If they want to go, double fighters, they can go for a Yi Shin.
Oh, there's a Valentina too, which I think would work for either of them.
Yep.
Because you get either the heavy spin or the golden R, but at the same time,
Oh, they're running it back. Baratz and Kimmy, not the Mathilda. You
Actually-
think Baratz Mathilda.
This is taking the draft of KOG. Didn't really work out
It did
against
not.
Alpha 7.
Nope, yep.
So this is very interesting.
so is the plan just really lock down the Akai in whatever way you can and
I guess.
win
I
the
guess, but
objective?
also, does it really have to be shown this early?
I know.
Yeah, that's
I-
a good question.
I don't think Foot will be like, you know what would be a good bet right now? The Barats.
Oh, now they get the
Yeah, because we expected Baratz Mathilda, but there's already a Marcel, right?
Yeah.
So the Mathilda just gets snatched away by Foot, and they have now a pretty familiar 2 heroes. Shout outs to VW.
Yeah, the Flying Panda.
Yeah.
It sounds like a delivery service.
Flying Panda, get your food today.
Or food's overrated. Just fly over a desk. Some people might want desk, but they don't want to go out and drive and buy a desk and they figure, oh no, it doesn't fit in my car. Thus, you get Flying Panda.
Facts.
Let's build a company.
That's you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flying Panda, Sleeping Dragon.
I will support you.
With money?
Ah,
No,
that's the real
moral
question.
support. Moral support.
Well, the
Moral.
Claude gets banned, so the Claude won't get much support here. I wonder if eventually we'll see a Moskov ban from either. Honestly, like, I feel like going up against the Barats and the Kai, the Moskov would be not bad.
Yeah.
For
Either.
RX, yeah.
Either.
RX. Hey,
Yeah, go
RX
ahead.
did an amazing job
Yeah.
towards the end of the game.
Hey,
Yes.
it's all about your mindset, right? In the early game, it's all about helping Kazooie.
Wait a second. Isn't Phobius up for grabs right now? Didn't get banned at all.
Oh yeah, Phobius has not been banned.
I think Sanji's got to go for the Phobius, right?
Unless they have a specific counter, which I guess Gord is still up, Carry is still up, so it's not super free, but it's not like a bad idea to pick up anyways.
Probably, yeah, does RX consider the carry too apart from the Moskov though? Because
Did they want to ban out a Lilia here? Just in case?
Yeah, that could work as well.
Other than that, in terms of the mid right now, yeah, they banned out the Lilia.
So, how
Farsa?
crazy would it be if they just go Valir? Because if they're expecting the Phobius, they just last pick the mid lane, they go for Moskov carry, whatever, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then
go
they
go
just-
lane first. Yeah.
They reveal whether if it's a Phobius, I think. If Falcon's gonna go Phobius,
Especially because they have Matilda, already have the damage.
exact,
Exact.
exact.
All
You're
right.
wasting words, you know. When you say exactly, just say exact.
Yeah, but I charge by the letter.
Exact. Exact my point.
Mm-hmm. Sacre. Sela?
Oui?
I feel like some people are rage baited now.
Yeah.
It's like, it is?
It is what?
Well,
We
let's
love
see.
you, Brigida. You're our boy.
Yeah.
You're our boy.
Boy Moskov. It's picked up.
Ah. So
Is it crazy if Falcon's Mena goes for double fighter because they have a Kimi? Like, would that be super local?
with just
What,
the Barats
Ruby? You
in
thinking
the-
Ruby?
Yeah.
LaFell, if they go double fighter, this is the best Valir game I've ever seen in my life.
And then it doesn't get picked up.
Okay.
Alice. All right.
Okay, so no Valir, I don't think.
Alice to deal with Keto.
What if you go Lunox, bro?
I haven't seen a Lunox for a while, so I really can't say the viability of it.
My boy Shen has been playing Lunox a lot. He says it's pretty good, but he's also just carry. Ooh, wait a second. I
Not-
think, yeah.
not
the
without
Farsa.
his wrist. Yeah,
the
Gotta keep
Farsa's
it
not bad.
simple.
I feel like the Farsa is pretty good here just to make sure that you got mid prio. And then, sure, eventually the Alice will be a problem. But that's lore accurate, isn't it? Alice is the
Farsa
one.
Alice?
Yeah, Alice is the one that took Farsa's eyes. And turned Farsa's husband into a bird.
W
Very.
Alice.
Not W. Alice.
I mean, look at her.
She kidnaps children.
Oh,
Yeah. One of them is Dairoth. And then look at him.
Dairoth doesn't look like a child.
I mean, like, he grew up, but when he was taken, he was a child.
hey, lore dump for you guys. There you go. What is the last pick for mid? Gord. Well, I guess you were thinking of something to shred. That's why I thought about the Lunox, and Gord is the simple answer. I wonder.
It serves the purpose,
It
right?
serves the purpose very well. An XC on the Paquito. We know his build path now. He's going to be very tanky. They also have crazy amounts of healing. from the Mathilda and no anti-regen early.
We got to see how Boya performs this one, because when he's munching up with the Daytona's Welcome, he's a sitting lizard. He's gonna get attacked by the gore.
Sitting lizard, yes, that's true.
Sitting lizard, flying panda, sleeping dragon. And with that, I'm gonna throw it over to Mirko as well as Brigitte. We'll see whether Foot with this game makes it to the grand finals.
Our Foot. Tough enough for a 2-0.
A foot in the door.
No, they won't have a foot in the door.
You already...
Do you not know what that expression means?
I know, but it's a foot in the door for Falcons, right?
No, a foot in the door means that you're closer to your objective.
It could also mean closer to the exit.
Either
Welcome to
or.
the Land of Dawn, folks. Foot in the door to the Land of Dawn, maybe, is what he meant. Kazooie.
No.
On the Panda.
Either or.
XC with the cut.
I will just agree with them both of them. We. Alright. So I think at least in this scenario we could say Foot Esports did again try to keep it simple. Falcons Mena though came in with a surprise early on with the Barats pick. And I just found out now he's a lizard, not a dinosaur.
Well,
you said he's a lizard.
that's true, you know? So,
Or
if you guys didn't hear that, LaFell just said dinosaurs are lizards. Chickens. chickens.
We
Not
did get it
lizards.
right. Okay. All flickers though. All flickers across the board.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can't purify out of Marcel ult, so it's like whatever kind of deal. This is actually a matchup that we saw in MPLID as well. The Alice into the Bakito. Shout out to my boy, my goat Shogun.
Yo, RX.
Yo!
Hey, yo! They're going in for the outplays, but it's still Foot Esports who secure first blood. Troll, though, will try to go in for the trade Spear of Misery to push him away. And then he gets the reposition. Gotta be okay. Foot Esports take the advantage from that rotation.
The troll accidentally think he was a Khalid. I don't think he has enough damage to kill someone with the help of the guiding wind, no? But alright, what?
Hey, how did that happen? We gotta take a look at that. Boy, yeah, that... Already with a level 4, apparently, Psyche was left all alone there?
Yeah, well, at least no Detsuna's welcome. They got the mid-prio here. Psyche's not level 4, but he has the clouds.
Yep.
Foot, gonna go for it. Psyche, not level 4. Again, he's gonna have to wait. XC is very close, but not there yet. Psyche's still pretty far. He's gonna have to go and soak in some of the XP from the XP lane.
Yeah, we'll have to wait a bit more time before they confidently go for this. But Kazooie is around the area already. Also still has the heavy spin, but they're pushing him away. Flicker Throne of Ruin too, forcing out that heavy spin. Sanji might just be the first to fall. SOG already committed, but it's still Boyet who secures the objective. Gets stunned though by the Mystic Projectile, and now the Circling Eagle to somehow keep him alive, but he doesn't care. He's a sitting lizard. Now gets taken out. 2 kills over to FUT.
They killed the chicken. Boyet's down.
He keeps changing every time. What do we call him?
We're able to just outplay the situation. Kazooie, great heavy spin. It was a zoning ult for Sanji, but it was right into Psyche's Mystic Gush.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's worth it for Foot, right? They got 2 kills over the turtle there, and they got the right kills onto Boyet as Kazooie now goes around, takes this jungle again. Oh, instant replay. We get to see it again. Look. So they go in, but it's onto Kazooie. I don't think you want to go all in there, but I understand. It's just all about zoning right there. The thing is, XC was able to get 2 knockout strikes, and then boom, bang, bada bing, a dive up top.
Oh my goodness, Sano went down off cam, all the while we were looking at the instant replay with another Circling Eagle dive coming in from Blotsfet. Now it's going to be Kazooie all alone here. They're just creating enough space. They want to take this turret as much as they can. Troll will survive too, but the SOD, just make sure he doesn't. Okay, so much action been happening on the top lane. I think Sano definitely does not like this.
Yo. They really like fighting. Foot, they don't even want to give us a replay time, you know? Like, they were literally just diving across. I want to say it just feels bad, man, for Sano. It's the type of game where you're like, bro, Gold Lane, just play safe Lamau. And it's like, bro, what do you want me to do? It's 3 guys.
Yeah. And it's a Barats too that you're holding in the jungle, so you just really want Sano to have a great time, but it's not the case, at least for now, for Falcons Mena. And there is an upcoming objective again. Much better spot for Psyche.
Dude, I feel so bad for Sano.
Yeah.
This is the type of game, like, when I stream, I play like this, my viewers are like, bro, you're so bad at the game. And I'm like, bro, what do you want me to do?
Is it just your fault?
Hey, it's never my fault.
Okay. Now there's a fight for the turtle. Boyet will win it this time. Kazue using the heavy spin. They get to isolate Sanji at least towards Psyche and the Mystic Gush. But do they have enough damage to deal with him? Yes. Circling Eagle coming in from Bloodspeth. They really want to go for this play. There is the follow-up from Exi, and it's going to be enough. Detona's welcome onto Boyet or onto Kazue. But it still doesn't keep him safe. Now the Mystic Projectile lands again on Sano. You do not want to add to the list.
Bloodspeth.
They're around this tier 1 in mid. Exi from behind. Gonna surround the members of Falcons Meta, but at least they get to clear.
Falcons Meta get the objective. And that's that. Foot get everything else. God. Yo, Foot just love fighting. They just keep on going for these fights and winning it out. And again, it's because of the guiding wind this time. With the shred that they have on Psyche, Sanji, every time he goes for the zone on Kazue, on Exi, it's always punished by Sanji on the Mystic Gush.
Yeah, and it's like they're making the job easier for Psyche.
Play safe, Sanji, play safe.
Okay, Sanji surrounded by 3, circling Eagle, doesn't really go for the commit, but the heavy spin is gonna pin him down. Do they have enough damage though? RX is gonna be here alongside Psyche, and that's enough to burst him down. Another Detona's welcome, uses it towards Psyche.
No way.
But he walks away safe. Okay, fortunately that's not for Falcons Mena, because they do get to find a trade.
XT dies up top, by the way. That's a trade for Falcons Mena. Sanji should have played safer. But now they go into the bottom lane. Can they get a turret? I don't think so. So in the end, I think Falcons Meta get a very good trade. That's the first winning trade of the game for them.
Yep. There isn't, or it is some sort of sacrifice. I'm not too sure if that's the kind of sacrifice you want, because Sanji is already 0-3. So that puts him way, way behind. But taking a look at it now, though, it's actually not that significant. Like, there isn't a massive gold lead existing between the matchups just yet. Probably the most is just the EXP lane, as we mentioned.
Okay, RX has the golden staff. He's been landing those SODs like it's a target skill. It's all about him now. He's rotating faster than Sano. Over to the mid lane. Kazue.
Oh, Throne of Ruin. Sanji just really wanted to go for Psyche this time, but the heavy spin. Kazue, can he actually win out on this retreat battle? It's still Boyet who wins it this time. Cuffin gets to walk out alive, but Sanji is traded out. 1-for-1. Both XP laners
RX
are going to be the casualties, and they still want to fight. They're still going to push forward, but Falcons Mena are here to defend. Concealed play from Troll. Want to go in.
Troll?
There is a surprising amount of damage.